Enforcement, or SAFE, whose website says the organization patrols and cleans up streets. Barnett's website denies damaging or destroying homeless tents. He faces a slew of criminal damage and reckless conduct charges. Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
A new kind of emergency alert for missing people with autism is approved by the Georgia House. Here's a report all new at 3 o'clock.
The legislation adds autism to the eligible conditions to issue a Maddie's Call, now used for missing adults with Alzheimer's. Autism advocate Rita Young has 2 grown sons on the spectrum and tells me this is needed.
Individuals with autism have greater risk at elopement. Lots of children with autism have an attraction to water that can prove to be dangerous.
The alert would also include guidance for law enforcement on how to handle a person with autism. The bill now awaits final passage in the Senate. From the state capitol, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Residents flee for their lives as a Union City apartment building goes up in flames.
I opened the door and the entire breezeway is lit on fire. The whole thing is ablaze. It was a complete inferno.
He's talking to Channel 2 Action News after escaping the flames at the Evergreen Commons Apartments on Highway 138. All residents get out safely. Investigators are trying to determine how the fire started. Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens makes it official today.
I'm excited to kick off this campaign for the re-election of myself.
Dickens goes into his re-election campaign with a war chest of over $1.7 million and hopes to raise even more money moving forward. No one has announced so far they plan to challenge Dickens in the race. It is now 3:03. The Von Haessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
Delays continue to fill in through downtown. Bill, you're watching the volume pick up. Heading southbound from the 85-400 merge as you make the commute down to I-20. Northbound already jammed up University Avenue up toward Freedom Parkway. If you're traveling 85 northbound up into Gwinnett County, still a little sluggish up into Suwanee from Sugarloaf Parkway up to 985, where we had some earlier trouble clear, and 285 southbound, the outer loop on the west side. Also watching that volume fill in from South Atlanta Road exit 16 down to I-20, the West Freeway. Northbound delays on the inner loop from Highway 166 Langford Parkway as well up to I-20 exit 10. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upward. Sunny skies today, high 73, lows tonight in the mid-40s. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high 75. Thursday, cloudy skies with hit or miss rain showers, a rumble of thunder possible, high 68.
71 in Sugar Hill, 72 in East Point, and 70 right now in Hampton. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
These people just make noise and basically waste our time.
Dear members of the media and the public, I welcome you.
Live from the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, and beyond, Hour 1 of the Von Haessler Doctrine begins right now. I am your lovable, huggable radio chat host, Eric Von Haessler. The rest...
The other voices you hear
are the doctrinaires. Had a little glitch there, that's all. Man of 1,000 voices, Tim Andrews. Lady of 184.7 characters, Autumn Fisher. The man behind the glass, George Clark. And the handsomest producer in all of producery, Jared Yamamoto. Yeah, we got through it.
Hey, there we go. You're just waiting on those election results in Greenland. It's a big day in Greenland.
I'll tell you what. I think it's betrayed. I am. I've been distracted.
You've been
right
focusing
here
on
very
those
early
election
on.
results.
A little too much on Greenland, I think. But it's very, very important to me. I was at a party a couple weeks ago, and a neighbor was saying, "You do the opening yourself every day? Why do you do that? You say the same thing. Why don't you just record it, then you don't have to worry about it?" And I said, it's just for exactly that reason. To make sure that I know and the audience knows. I'm not phoning it in. I would rather find out it's going to be a hard day right there in the very beginning. Boy, Eric, this is going to be one of those days where you open your mouth and think you're going to say something, and maybe it does or does not come out. So that's exactly why. Now I've got the red flag. Look out, Eric. I really did. I blanked right in the middle of that.
Well, to be fair, you've been
I've
working
only
on...
said it. To be fair, I've only said it 3,000 times.
Yeah.
But you know how sometimes you're driving and you don't even remember how you got to the place?
Yes, that happens.
Even if it's just like at home. You know, you're like, how did I even get here? It's
No,
like it's something you do every day. So it's like your brain just took over and then you realized that you weren't thinking anymore. And
It
then
doesn't
you're like,
happen.
Oh, where am I?
It does. Yeah, no, it doesn't happen like for that long period of time. But there are moments where I'll go about a mile and think, I don't remember the last mile. I hope I was paying attention to the road, but I don't really have a memory of paying attention
You went
to
into
the road.
autopilot.
But then I assume that maybe I just did it and I forgot. Who knows? Who knows? We'll find out. But let's not dwell on the fact that I totally, completely screwed up the opening of the show. For heaven's sakes, let's not dwell on that.
You've been focused on your taxes.
I'm
what's
focused. I'm
distracting.
trying to get into this damn system.
You got it today, right?
No.
This should be a lesson. This should teach you a lesson.
It should.
That you need to
You're
stay
right.
just slightly plugged into
Yes.
the corporate whatever.
That is a
Just little bit.
lesson. You know, it's kind of like when you're way hungover and you start
Never do
praying.
it.
I'll never do this again if you just get me through this. That's where I am.
2
on this.
days
If I
later.
can just get through this, I will keep contact with the system. Now, probably just like a drunk, I will not. Once I get through this, I'll go back to my old stupid habits.
I feel better now.
Yeah. No need to keep up with this
But
nonsense.
what is annoying is you do have to change your password like every month, and they make you log in all the time.
Yeah,
so
yeah, it's
so
a
if you
little
are
much.
tied in, I mean, I know I'm super tied into it, so it is annoying to have to change it all the time. So I have a feeling you will not be able to keep up with it.
Oh, really? You don't believe
Yeah.
in me is what
I
you're
don't
saying.
believe
You're
in you.
saying you're
Oh,
putting
yeah,
your
I
money
don't think you
down
can do it.
against me. And look at this. Autumn, who hates
He's
you.
got a good point. I don't
Autumn
think you can
can't
do it.
stand Jared, and yet she immediately jumps in on his side.
Well, when he's right, he's right.
I believe I can. Is that a challenge? Are you challenging me?
No,
You
we're
can
just
take it either way how you want to.
yeah.
Well, let's
it's
put
just
some
an
money on the
honest
line.
Disbelief.
Yeah.
Let's put some money
you.
on the line. $10,000 says, for 1 full year, I keep complete and total in touch, keep up with my emails, everything on the corporate website.
You want her to bet a year's salary?
I was saying
That's
to
2
Jared,
years for
not
me.
to her. Yeah.
2 years for me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you know, he's got that he's got his
Got
wife.
my sugar mama.
Yeah,
he's got a
the
sugar
wife.
mama.
I don't have a wife.
And the solo moto money.
Autumn does not have a
Solo
wife.
moto money.
If I had a wife, boy, I'd be so
I've been
sad.
trying to tell you, Autumn, you got to get yourself a wife.
I need a wife,
A
a
wife?
stay-at-home mom.
Yes, a wife settles you down. It gets rid of the crazy animal spirits that you have, that wandering soul of yours. You
See,
need
but
a
I just
good
don't
wife.
I don't want to make love to my wife.
Hey, many men don't.
Okay.
It's okay. You
Okay, I'll
don't
join
have
like a
to.
brotherhood then.
It's not a law. The law says you got to do it once. You got to do it once. If you're going to get
Consummate.
married, you got to, yeah.
Could she be a lesbian
Yeah.
beard?
Huh?
Could she be a lesbian beard in that case?
Not legally.
What would that be?
I don't know. What would that be?
If you're a beard for a man who's gay and pretending to be straight, so you're his beard.
So
I
good.
think
What
for the
are
other, it'd be a
you?
merkin
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the other side of it would be a merkin.
or a landing strip.
That makes no sense. We're really going to start day 2 of this week making no sense whatsoever. Yeah, get yourself a good wife. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay.
Sorry to your
I'll work on it.
boyfriend. I'm sure he's very nice, but he's just got
He's
the
the
wrong
best.
parts. That's not his fault.
Well, that's the problem. Is he has
Yeah.
the right parts.
Well, he can be your mistress. Just
be my-
he'll be your mistress.
He can be my man wife.
Yeah, you get a wife, and then your
gotta make more money,
boyfriend,
though.
your boyfriend is your mistress at that point.
See, I need to make more money though, because then I'm just like a deadbeat husband wife.
That's what you are. You're a deadbeat husband wife. Hey, who could
Because he
who
can't
could
stay
get
at
worse than
home
that?
and take care of me if I don't bring home the bacon.
First of all, there's no he involved here. She, your wife, is going to bring home the bacon.
But he's my husband wife.
No, he is your mistress. You're not. You're not following me on
I was
this.
not following because
He
I didn't
is
want
your
him to be my
port
one.
in any storm.
Okay.
Is what he
okay.
is. When your wife, and I'm not saying I could tell you this from experience, but when your wife just keeps on talking and gets on your nerves, you'll escape to your mistress. You see how it works?
No,
And
because
then-
I'd like that.
Well,
That's not the part I need to avoid. The part I need to avoid is the romance. Because I
Okay.
don't want to romance a lady.
okay, you want the romance a lady.
Romance a
Hey,
lady.
can
We're
I
on
tell
the
you?
air.
Can I tell
What
you?
am I gonna do?
Let me just
Get
tell
her a
you
new
that
belt.
I would look into it.
Last week, you know what I said on the air. So let's.
Okay,
you know.
I'm just saying. It's not such a bad thing romancing a lady. Jared, it's kind of come on.
You're
now.
dudes.
Not at all.
What?
You're dudes.
I love
Oh,
bringing home
come on.
flowers to Tina.
I don't
think
want
it's
to
a great
romance
thing.
a lady.
You need to bring home flowers to your lady. Listen,
I
do
wanna
you
be
want to get your
romanced.
life? That's what your mistress is for. Why can't she understand
Oh, you've been logged out of your corporate.
suburban life in America?
Oh, you're logged out of your corporate. Just all that time. You're logged out.
What's
Thanks
your new
a lot.
password?
Thanks a lot, Autumn.
I haven't been introduced yet, but I just want to
Yes.
say.
You are English Nick. Have you ever met English Nick?
I just want to say, Eric, you seem to know a lot about this mistress situation that you say you don't know about.
I read a lot. You know, I read a lot. I fill my
Lady
head.
Lady Chatterleys or
Yeah.
something?
I've
Lady
read a
Chatterley's
lot
lover.
about
Ladies
these
Chatterley's
guys.
husband, wife?
These guys who, they leave town and they have like somebody else on the other side of
You're
town.
a backdoor man.
I've heard
You
those
know.
baseball
that
players
song?
have a lot
Yeah,
of that.
yeah, and you gotta have, maybe I'm just saying I've read about people who have mistresses
Yes.
in the Central Time Zone, very easy to get to, and get back in time that no one has any questions.
Flyover
I've
gals.
read about that.
You pop out for
I've
a
re-
you
Drive
pop out
over.
for a 6-pack of beer, but
Drive
you really
over.
Well, because he said Central, so you got to think it's Alabama.
Well, you don't say.
Hey, Eric. I'll meet you at the
Hey, I didn't know.
drive
I said,
over
I said
cows.
I didn't say I had any life experience with it.
You know they got showers at the Pilot.
Yeah, I know they have showers.
You know, there's a-
But we
there's a-
don't need those.
there's a really
Our
decent
love
Buc-ee's.
is bigger than that.
There's a
You
Buc-ee's
gotta-
halfway between Atlanta and Birmingham.
Hey, you
I
know what?
believe.
Let's take this relationship to the next step, next level. Let's go Buc-ee's.
All right.
Let's get away from
I'll meet you in the
Pilot.
ball pit.
Shower number 223 is available.
Oh,
That's
is
our
that-
romantic number.
Oh, that's the shower. That's the shower we met in.
Kind of soap you want.
The kind that's all over your body.
Is there
Hell
somebody
yeah.
that makes? Do they make
Yeah,
announcements like that?
if you go to like a Pilot, for example.
No, I know. I've never gone
heard
in the
them.
bathroom because it's
that
just
real?
like a locker room.
Shower
Yeah,
number
because they have showers for the
447
truckers.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
available. Wear your galoshes.
Yeah, I think the truckers ought to have showers in their trucks.
In their trucks.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you got to carry the water and all that stuff. It's not easy.
I know that, but
Yeah, you got to store it.
I don't
And
want
where
to
else
see
are you
that.
going to get planter's warts?
I don't want. I don't want to see that when I stop at the Pilot. Hey, I'm over here. Look, I just got to buy one of these very long rear view mirrors that are for sale for some reason.
I need a sandwich
don't
maker
wanna-
that plugs into my cigarette lighter.
That's what I'm here for. I'm not here for whatever's kind of culture's going on in there, for heaven's sakes.
I need a buck knife with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle on it.
We've got
That's
just
why-
the one for you, sir.
That's why I'm
my
here.
4-year-old son will love this.
Hell yeah, you will.
I've actually never been to Buc-ee's in my entire life.
What?
Can you believe that?
There's one
I
right in
haven't either.
Calhoun.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's right up in Cal. I
Yeah.
can't believe I haven't just jumped. It's on a Saturday just driven to Calhoun to check it out.
You know what,
people
Eric?
do.
Know what you're doing this weekend?
I know now. Calhoun, here I come.
Woohoo!
My lord.
The people
Wanna-
out there don't like the Buc-ee's, though. So I've heard, at least.
Why?
Oh, why is
Why?
this? It's
Too many
it's a
tourists?
sprawl.
Well, it's added a bunch of traffic.
Yeah,
and
it'll do that
They don't
at
like those
Buc-ee's.
high-paying jobs at Buc-ee's. They don't like it.
Are they high-paying
Yes,
jobs at
Buc-ee's
Buc-e's?
pays well.
Yeah, they have a thing inside the door that tells
Somebody's
you
gotta
exactly
make-
what they make.
Somebody's got to make the pillows.
I'm
The
sure
travel pillows.
I'm sure the beaver
They make
himself.
them right there, don't they?
The who?
Oh, yeah, we got a sewing factory out back.
Yeah, you make the pillows right here.
Yeah.
The beaver mascot must make a lot too, because he's always out whenever, no matter what
Oh,
time you're there.
how is the beaver mascot not beaten up by rednecks at least once a week?
Hey, that's
Come
a
on.
beaver over there.
How does that not happen? I wouldn't want it to happen. By
He's
the way,
cute. You
He
don't
is
wanna mess with Bucky.
Is Bucky cute?
Yeah, Bucky's cute.
He's an MMA fighter, so he's safe.
They come in with a piece of 4x2 and say, "Hey, beaver, damn this."
See, that's the kind of mind. That's why we had a revolution to get away from people like you.
I know.
With violence in your heart
Well,
toward mascots.
I love the beavers.
I know you do.
It's those. I tell you what, I can't stand. It's I can't. What's that rodent that roams around? And not the stoat.
Otters?
No, there's something that's real. They used to have them. They used to farm them, and then animal rights people would release
Minks?
them. Minks, and they kill everything.
They're the meanest damn
They
things in the
kill
world.
everything.
Listen, it may not be right to wear something else as your coat.
No.
But there are worse things to wear than minks.
they're vicious.
They are the meanest damn things. Very, very mean creatures were killed in order for somebody to wear that coat. I want you to know.
Shark teeth.
Nasty creatures. Probably wouldn't have been born without that industry, however.
No, exactly.
Right? So we
Meanwhile,
created
the poor
them.
old beaver's just trying to build a dam, and here comes that mink. murdering everybody.
Oh, that murdering mink.
A mink could murder a beaver?
If he wanted to, I'm sure.
Really?
I've never seen it happen.
Okay, you just
Google
said it.
it.
You said
Google
it like
it.
this. You are on, WSB. Welcome South, brother. This is a facts and information
Yeah,
station.
sorry, River. We
You
no,
can't
we do that on River,
Oh,
not over
yeah.
here.
You
No.
can play around with
believe
fast
me.
and loose with the facts over there at the river, but not here,
There's
pal.
there's a great story with Ronnie Van Zant of Leonard Skinner and a mink.
Oh,
that
is it?
happened
Oh, great.
while they were touring the UK in the 70s.
Hey, I thought that story about Johnny Cash and the ostrich was a lie, but I found out I was wrong.
According to Google,
Yeah.
yes, a mink can kill a beaver.
All right, then.
Whoa.
There we
Thank you
go.
very
Have they
much.
tried?
Listen, if any
Have they
minks
put
are
them in
listening,
like an
don't do
arena
it.
together?
Yeah, I threw a couple in a tub.
Well, I think that it's
Go
something
at it.
that probably happens in the wild from time to time.
Calhoun,
Yes.
they have those mink fighting rinks up there, right? The rings up
The
there.
the, the,
rings?
the, the mink rinks.
The mink.
Loser gets to be in a coat.
Oh, that's a Friday night out at the
Oh,
mink rink.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I got the meanest mink, and no one's going to take this mink down.
Been training this mink forever.
Come on, Marty. Marty the mink.
Look at these teeth.
You kick your mink's ass. Bring it. Bring it, Tim Andrews. Bring your mink.
I'll bring my
him.
beaver.
You go, wow,
Oh,
this
that's
mink's
not a lot
going to
good.
murder your beaver.
I filed his teeth down. He can
Are
swat
you
with
saying
it.
that in front of the ref? You're an idiot.
Hey, all things go.
All things go?
All things go.
All things?
All. I put a spike on the end of his tail.
His tail.
I was going to say something else.
His
I
butt
changed.
tail?
No, I changed what I was going to say.
Yeah?
tail.
Everything but his tail.
Shower number 7272 is
All right,
available.
yeah, this conversation's over. I gotta go. I gotta go wash the trucker off my trucker body. I've been sitting and farting in a chair for the last 8 hours. I need a good shower. I've been sitting in one chair, moving down the road.
You just wring
for
your
8
underwear
hours.
out and then hang it out the window when
Yeah,
you
that's
leave.
right.
You know,
That's what antennae are for.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of truckers will drive in pairs. So, like, there'll be two people in the
What?
truck,
Yeah.
and one sleeps
Yeah,
while
I
the
know
other
that.
drives,
I was
and
part
then
of
they
that.
switch like every 12 hours.
I did that. I did that when I was 13. I was
You
12.
drove the truck?
I didn't drive the
No.
truck, but it was. I told you it was like it was my brother-in-law, and then the other guy who was the
yeah.
trucker. He was like the meanest guy in the world, and I was 12, and I had to like sit on the bed, during the day with my legs dangling around the gear shift.
He was the meanest guy in the
He
world.
was the meanest guy in the world.
Was
This
he
is
as
how
mean
mean-
as he as mean as a mink?
He was. I said he was the meanest guy. I said meanest guy.
Was he as mean as a mink?
I don't know if he was. He was about as mean as a mink.
Yeah.
This is how mean this guy was. So I'm 12 years old, and even at the age of 12, which I was not the brightest 12.
You were tall though.
I was tall.
Yeah.
I was probably about 5'4" at 12.
Pretty tall.
As even then, for not a bright person, I was able to kind of see through this and go, huh? So this guy is so mean. So we're driving. My brother-in-law's driving. The mean guy's in the passenger. We're in an international harvester.
Are you in the bunk at this point? Is there a bunk?
Yeah, but I'm sitting.
Yeah.
So my leg's dangling. And of course, they start talking about adult things. I'm just kind of sitting there sheepish. I mean, I was grown. I grew up in a house where people talked about stuff, so it wasn't. And they're talking about stuff like that. And so I'm 12 years old. At one point, he turns, he goes, I bet you've never been laid. Even at the age of 12, it's like, of course I haven't. I'm 12. What the hell's the matter with you? But he
You
said
wouldn't
it
be
like I was going to be humiliated.
Yeah, 'cause I have.
Yeah.
Ask me about it.
Yeah, I have.
Recently.
This guy's like 38 years old or something.
He's one of those guys. He's one of these guys who would always one up everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. I'm supposed to feel bad about this? When was this supposed to happen? When I was 9? Where am I supposed to feel bad? Even at 12, I
man.
do. Am I supposed to have at this point? I didn't.
I bet you don't even pay taxes.
No, I don't, sir. I did,
Or drive.
You should get a
did
job.
my brother-in-law tell you that I'm 12?
Or vote.
You should get a job.
I bet you don't even vote.
Vote. Little pansy
What a
ass.
loser.
Little pansy loser.
Why don't we go ahead before we take a break? Why don't we go ahead and just open up Toodle Pip and get started?
It's English Nick
Super.
with Toodle Pip.
There she is.
You weren't ready for that, were you?
I wasn't because
You weren't ready for that, were you,
also,
English
I
Nick?
didn't know I was doing Toodle Pip until about 2:45 this afternoon. So.
Yo, Jared, what happened here?
We had talked about potentially
You
doing
are
it
supposed to
today.
be the producer of the show.
He produced it to me at 2:45.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
I
Yeah,
could
we
have
had-
looked. I should have looked on the old Slack, but
We had talked about potentially doing it today or Thursday, but I think, Nick, what I'd like to do, if it's okay with you, since we're having our meeting on the air, since
Yeah.
you're out all next week in merry old England,
Yeah.
I'd like to have you both days.
Oh, look at that.
Is that possible?
you're going to England?
Go to England.
Going to see your dad.
Well, I'm going to see my dad, but my dad's sister, my aunt Greta, passed away at the age of 90.
Rest in peace.
So there is a funeral / cremation situation.
Memorial.
Yeah, but then Dad's going to be 86 a couple days after we leave, so we're going to celebrate early with him.
Wow.
Yeah,
Say happy birthday to Ivan.
I will. Ivan. Yeah,
Person
he was.
I've never actually met.
I
I've
don't know.
seen,
What was,
but I haven't
I
met.
think it's his only sister.
Yeah.
We lost Mum 2 years ago.
Yeah,
right?
it's getting lonely.
I lost a cousin who's younger than me a few weeks back from cancer.
Didn't that scare you?
Ivan, the other day when I FaceTime with him, I do it all the time. When I FaceTime for half an hour, just ranting about the world.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, turn the news off, Dad.
Keir
Turn off the
Starmer.
BBC.
It's Keir
And
Starmer.
he was going after Starmer. He was going after Trump. He was over. He thinks there's no discipline in the world.
He's right.
You know,
he's right. He's not wrong. We are losing our discipline. We're losing our
He
protocols.
thinks they need to bring back the death penalty in the UK.
Oh, wow.
No, we're not doing that, sir.
Keir Starmer's not going to have.
People are
Sir
getting away.
Starmer.
Sir Starmer.
Sir Starmer's not
What a
going to have
jerk
that.
that guy is.
He hasn't registered to me yet.
Starmer?
Like, I know that he's the Prime Minister of England, but he hasn't solidified with me yet. I still I kind of look at him and I don't know. He just
I
hasn't
think he
registered.
looks like a woman.
Oh, everybody's a
He
woman.
looks like a
Every
woman?
woman's a
I think he
man.
looks like a woman in the face. It's not a knock. It's just what I think.
All aging men start to look like women because
Yeah.
you lose your testosterone.
He's in his 40s.
That's why all the rock stars end up looking like your aunt.
Yeah, Mick Jagger and my aunt Greta were basically the same person at this
Wow.
point, and she's only 8 years behind him
That's
or
right.
ahead of him.
Ahead of him.
Yeah.
That's all right. They'll be doing a tour when he's 92.
Do you see him on the Oscars?
No, I read it. He seemed pretty funny.
Great. He did great.
Seemed
But
pretty
he had a
funny.
great
moment, yeah.
But when you see him walking up on the red carpet with
He's an old man.
his woman who's I don't know,
40 something.
yeah, he ain't looking so good out in the daylight.
No. They're old. They're old. No, I've heard that the Rolling Stones, before shows, if you get VIP packages and stuff, they don't let you take pictures of them
really?
backstage because they really do look like they're 80. They're in their 80s. You take pictures that are out on stage
Even
with the lighting
Keith?
and
I feel like Keith doesn't care.
even Keith.
Hey,
Even
man.
Keith.
I don't care.
He doesn't care.
Take all the pictures you want, man.
You got those big fake teeth now.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah.
Nice big choppers.
Scarf that weighs more than I do.
Your big old choppers.
Scarf that weighs more.
All right, what's our first story?
Okay, we're talking about England with Sir Starmer.
Sir Keir, is that his name?
Keir. Yeah.
Like the guy in 2001.
What kind of name is Keir?
Well, the guy in
Know that I must travel.
the guy who is
That's Kyrie.
that's Kyrie, but the
yeah.
guy who
Mr.
is the actor who was in 2001, the main guy. His name.
Oh.
The guy who played Dave.
I'm sorry.
The baby?
Dave.
Yeah, the baby.
Yes, the baby. Yes.
Star of the show.
Spoiler alert, there's a baby in the sky.
Nobody said the sky.
There's a baby floating through outer space. Spoiler alert.
Ruined.
Look,
Thanks.
I've seen the movie 17 times and I don't know what it's about. There's
I was
no way
gonna
to spoil
say,
it.
Keir Dalia.
Even if you spoil it, and see it, you
Yeah.
still won't know.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a baby floats in space. And the movie's over.
Then he
I
comes
get
back and
it.
does 2010, that movie with Roy Scheider.
Briefly, I think he was in that.
Something wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
What else? Was that the guy
Stunk.
from Jaws, Roy
Yeah.
Schneider?
Yeah, Scheider.
Is
And
it Scheider?
Scheider.
Roy,
I
it's
think.
not Roy Schneider.
I think it's Scheider.
It is Scheider.
Scheider.
Scheider?
Well, because we're this close to being a miss the FCC.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Being
Say,
safe, playing it safe.
Scheider.
He also had John Lithgow in that movie and Helen Mirren.
Are you talking about 2010?
Yeah, I
We
like
Make
that
Contact?
movie. Uh-huh.
It wasn't horrible, but at the very end, spoiler alert.
There's a baby.
Jupiter
No.
becomes a sun.
No, at the very end, there's like some stupid message they're trying to tell us, and it turns
All
out
of these
to,
worlds are yours.
spoiler alert.
Make no attempt to land on Europa.
Yeah, it sounds like something a high school kid would have
I
written.
like that
It was
Bob
a real
Balaban
letdown.
guy.
Bob Balaban?
He's in all the Christopher Guest movies. He's funny.
He is.
Okay, listen, we're now looking at the internet. We are doing a show. People are
Hello?
listening.
Hang on,
Are
right?
you guys? Are
You know who I like is George Wendt.
Yeah, you
I
know
do
what?
too.
Whatever happened, he didn't do as much as I thought he'd do after Cheers.
Great episode
For
of The
such
Hitchhiker
a-
with him.
For such a funny man, I thought he would have done much, much more.
I just want Bradley
George
Cooper to
Wendt.
make good movies again.
That's never going to happen.
Is it?
Righteous Gemstones.
Is he in right? Oh, is he a guest in that though?
First episode.
Okay, here we are.
Oh, have you watched it?
Yeah, it's
Is it good?
Yeah,
Is this the last season?
it is.
Gotta
All
be
right.
in it.
It needs to be. I love that show, but it needs to be the last season. All right, when we
We'll
come
come
back,
back.
English Nick, you're going to rhapsodize us
Yeah.
with more pipping of the Toodles.
If you're a longtime Atlanta resident, I don't have to tell you, weather in March goes bananas. Hey, it's Mark Aram here. Spring thunderstorms rolling in. Rain, wind, even hail. Want you to get your roof ready for these storms. Dr. Roof here to help you. Check out their March specials at drroof.com. That's drroof.com. Roof repair, roof replacement, heck, even siding and windows. They do it all. Be prepared this crazy March. Go to drroof.com, drroof.com.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz, and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no, and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
It won't be that long before school gets out. And if you're thinking about buying a new home this summer, now is the time to get the ball rolling. This is Scott Slade. My friends at MyLand always recommend getting pre-approved before starting to shop for your next home. Make sure you know how much you can afford and have your financing ready to make an offer when you find your dream home. MyLand is who I recommend for all home financing needs, whether it's a second mortgage, cash out refinance, or purchase of a new home. They even have a great new product that allows you to qualify for an investment or rental property without personal income documents. Whatever type of mortgage you need, MyLand will close your loan fast without issues and headaches and make sure you have the best rate in town. Call MyLand, 770-817-2000. That's 770-817-2000. Online, it's myland.com. Spelled it MILEND. NMLS and Georgia Mortgage Licensee 148769, located at 8995 West Side Parkway, Alpharetta, Georgia 30009. MyLand is an equal housing lender.
Have your previous remodeling experiences been stressful? Hi, this is Candace from Exovations, and have I got a tip for you. Use Exovations and get a completely different experience. We're a state licensed contractor, show up on time, provide you a project schedule, a fixed price, and your project delivered on time, on budget, and without all that stress that you usually hear about in construction. Schedule your free quote today at exovations.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio, news sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top story, it could be a step in the right direction in efforts to end the fighting between Ukraine and Russia.
CBS News special report, progress in efforts to end the war in Ukraine. In meetings in Saudi Arabia today, Ukraine said it will accept an American proposal for an immediate 30-day ceasefire with Russia. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said he hopes Russia will quickly agree.
We're going to tell them this is what's on the table. Ukraine is ready to stop shooting and start talking, and now it'll be up to them to say yes or no. I hope they're going to say yes, and if they do, then I think we made great progress. If they say no, then we'll unfortunately know what the impediment is to peace here.
CBS News National Security Advisor Sam Vinograd says this is good news for Ukraine.
Ukraine now has some leverage back in these negotiations by now having access to U.S. security assistance and intelligence used for offensive operations into Russia. Ukraine now has more leverage to enter negotiations with Russia on more equal terms.
National Security Advisor Mike Walls.
We've gone from if the war is going to end to now how the war is going to end.
CBS News Special Report. I'm Christopher Cruz.
The man caught on camera slashing tents at a homeless camp on Wheat Street in Northeast Atlanta is now behind bars. Atlanta police say 42-year-old Daniel Barnett was arrested today while at the Fulton County Courthouse for an unrelated case. He faces 7 counts of criminal trespass and damage to property and 1 count of reckless conduct. Barnett works as a security guard in the area, but he is not affiliated with Atlanta police. The NTSB is worried about future accidents after the deadly mid-air collision between an American Airlines passenger jet and an Army helicopter near Washington, D.C.
A helicopter operating over the eastern shoreline of the Potomac River would have just 75 feet of vertical separation from an airplane approaching runway 33.
The NTSB chair Jennifer Homendy says there were over 15,000 close proximity events between helicopters and passenger jets between 2021 and 2024 near Reagan-Washington National Airport. It is now 3:32, and it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Hey, good afternoon, Bill. Got a travel advisory up in Hall County. It's a big brush fire, 985 southbound, just below Highway 53, exit 16. Only a left lane is open, also causing northbound onlooker delays. You can use Highway 13 as an alternate. Heading through downtown, already about 24 minutes traveling southbound from the 85-400 merge down to I-20. Northbound delays have also filled in from University Avenue up past Peachtree Pine Street. Taking 400 northbound into Sandy Springs, you're on and off the brakes through the work zone from I-285 up toward Northridge, and 85 northbound. Looks like some trouble just cleared up. 85 north up around Indian Trail, sluggish leaving 285. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upward. Sunny skies today, high 73. That's trending about 10 degrees above average for this afternoon. Lows tonight in the low 40s. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high 75. Cloudy skies on Thursday with hit or miss rain showers, high 68.
Right now, 70 in Acworth, 72 in Conyers, and 73 in Stockbridge. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Don't miss your chance to take advantage of the buy two, get two free and pay nothing until 2027. Offer ending soon, only from Window Nation. Schedule your free estimate now at 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com.
Focus Features presents Black Bag, starring Cate Blanchett, Michael Fassbender, and directed by Steven Soderbergh.
I can feel when you're watching me. I like it.
It's the perfect marriage of love and deception.
I watch her, I assume she watches me.
There's a traitor in the house. Find the leak. Black Bag is the most anticipated espionage thriller of the year.
Who's the suspect?
Your wife.
Would you kill for me?
Black Bag, rated R, under 17, not admitted without parent. Only in theaters this Friday with special engagements in Dolby.
If you had an encounter with the police and feel like you've been treated unfairly, George Stein, the DUI lawyer, can help. George will guide you through the legal system and work to get your charges dismissed. DUI? Hire the attorney that other attorneys hire. GeorgeStein.com.
See this garage door? I gotta be honest with you. It's ugly. I mean, successful, attractive homeowner like you, it's time to move on. This is not the garage door your parents thought you'd spend the rest of your life with. And that ain't true with everything in life, don't get me wrong. I mean, honey, if you're listening, you can't divorce me just because I'm no longer the handsome stud you married. But your garage door? The neighbors all think you can totally do better. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Let us show you how many sexy new alternatives there are. Just waiting for someone like you. You swipe right on a beautiful new design, we install everything in a lovely ceremony, and you and your new garage door live happily ever after. For better, not worse. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come make it right. Maybe I should pick up some flowers on the way home.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Belinda here for Atlanta Vision Institute. I'm here to introduce you to a new procedure that Dr. Ashraf is performing called laser optics. This changed my life, folks. I was so tired of wearing contacts and glasses. The glasses were not around when I needed them. I had astigmatism, so the contacts didn't fit me well, and I had beginning stages of cataracts. So I went in. I was a great candidate for laser optics. It was a quick, painless procedure. The next day, it was like everything was in HD. The colors were more vibrant. The leaves were more vibrant. The sky was more vibrant. My husband was better looking. Everything was great. Laser optics with Dr. Ashraf, Atlanta Vision Institute. Go to the website 2020atlanta.com to find out more information. Also, take the quiz to see if this is a procedure that's good for you. Your medical insurance may cover it. That's 2020atlanta.com.
That's right. Keith wrote this one.
All right.
Oh. All right, English Nick.
All right, Eric.
All right, Eric.
Yeah, Mick Jagger, innit?
You are here.
You know, they got me on the Oscars because Bob Dylan wouldn't do it.
That's right, yes.
I said, he said, get somebody younger, and I am.
Yeah, very funny. It's funny, Mick, once. Not funny to go around every...
Jagger.
All right.
All right, this is from
Toodle
Study.
Pip, Tom.
Study,
Let me explain.
Stay.
If you don't know this, English
Stay.
Nick, we've done the research, and we have an entirely new audience every 2.5 seconds. We have
What?
to re-up and let people know.
2.5?
Yeah, an entire rolls over every 2.5 seconds.
We should probably start the segment over again.
So, English Nick, what I'm saying is, you may not know this, but the research tells us that every we got a whole new.
Yep.
All right.
Again?
We got a new audience. You're doing Toodle Pip. Go.
Okay, this is from studyfinds.org. That's studyfinds.org.
Yeah?
America is becoming a nation of homebodies.
Oh. Homebodies.
Homebodies.
Okay.
Because they have no
Staying
money
at
to spend.
home.
They have no money to spend. You're saying because people are staying at home because they don't have the money.
go out.
Maybe everybody isn't blessed with a sugar mama that can fund all of our friends through the Beltline every Saturday. Is that what you're saying?
Something like that, yes. I am very grateful to have the sugar mama that I do have. And I also think that that it's important to have those moments. I mean, even a couple years ago,
Yeah.
like before
What
inflation.
moments?
Before inflation, before it got really bad and before the pandemic, you could make $1 go a long way. You could. I remember I'd make $150 last for a whole weekend where I could go out and eat multiple times.
$150 weekend?
I'd be able to eat out multiple times, drink all day. You can't do that anymore. You cannot do that anymore.
Well, and so it's that Autumn Fisher. She's telling me she's never had so much money. And I don't know, it's just kind of a weird thing.
Well, it's 'cause
she's telling me the economy is working for her. She's like, Eric, Eric, it's like it's raining money all of a sudden.
She doesn't even have to drive to work. She's at home all the time.
Are you saying she doesn't have to drive or she doesn't have the drive? That's two different things.
No, have to drive to work. I think Autumn's a very driven woman.
She is.
That's true.
It is true. She's driven
Working a lot
around
of
by
jobs.
her chauffeur because she's a very rich woman.
Yeah, I mean,
what
I
they'll
feel
understand.
like I just do these extra jobs. I
Yeah.
don't even need to be paid for them, really.
I don't even understand.
No.
It. I don't even understand. Why she does it. I mean, sometimes it's like Michelle Obama starting a podcast. Well, she doesn't need that.
It's out of the
She need
goodness
that.
of her heart.
Bored. You get bored at home.
Do you get bored?
Yeah, if you're not doing anything. So
Being
that's
all
why
popular and
yeah.
stuff. Is it boring being like one of the most popular couples in the world? Is that boring? Does that get boring?
Well, if you're not out doing something, how
Okay.
are people going to remember that they love you if you're not out there showing them how much you love them?
Yeah, but then she's got to play that game where she has to buy bots and pretend people are listening to her that aren't. You know, the same thing everybody else does.
Except us.
Except for Joe. Wow, we don't.
We could.
No, we can't.
Maybe
There's
we
no
should.
budget.
Yeah, buy a
There's no
flock of
budget.
bot budget.
Plus,
There's no bot budget for us.
I would give up some of my salary, but
Yeah.
I'm just not going to do that.
You buy them and they're gone 2.5 seconds later. So what's the point?
All the bot money is going to Autumn because she's eating it all up.
Money
Let me
for
tell you
the
something. I
bot.
got to tell you something about Autumn. She's very talented, but what you don't know is ruthless.
Yes.
Ruthless.
Oh,
In
yeah.
the last meeting, she said,
And wealthy.
she looked at me and Ken Charles and said, I don't care who you have to fire, find the money for me. She said that. She said, I don't care.
Spat in their faces, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't spit in my face.
Get rid of the newsroom. I want more money.
Yeah, she was just very blunt. A lot of people don't realize that about Autumn. She wants something. She's going to grab it. Just ask her boyfriend. All right. What's in the two? I don't know. It doesn't mean
By the
anything.
horns. Anyway, a lot of this, people think a lot of this is to do with the
I like
pandemic.
your glasses.
To do with the
Autumn. Hold on,
pandemic.
hold
Thanks.
on.
I have old eyes, so I can't see what I'm doing.
Yeah, are those readers?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're nice though. I like it. You're very. It's very before.
Oh, I say you look like possibly
And
British when you put them down on your nose.
Pulls them off, takes
I
that
can- so I can
bun
look
out of
above
her
them.
hair, takes
we
that bun out of her hair, and whips her hair.
In
around.
reality, I have them. If you have them lower on your nose,
Yeah.
then you can look down at the thing and then look up and then still be able to see.
You know, it's fantastic. No, you
Wow.
didn't. But, no,
Oh,
you,
she's
didn't, you,
smart.
you didn't invent that. My grandmother
No?
did that. No, you
I
didn't.
di-
You
I'm
did
not-
You did not
Because I
invent
felt like
that.
it was an ingenious, you know.
Let me try it out.
Huh?
Well, no, it doesn't work for me. 'cause
Doesn't
I got-
work for you.
I
I've
have
just
progressive lenses.
I've got progressives. So you don't have to move them.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I don't need regular glasses though.
Well,
Not yet.
not yet.
Not yet.
But that's a good thing because, as we know, she wouldn't be able to afford them if she did need them. So it's good to know that she doesn't need them. She
Wait,
has
I
children
thought I was
who
being so
wear
rich. I thought
who
that
wear. Oh, am I going in that direction?
yeah,
Oh,
that's
no.
the wrong.
No,
we
I
already
screwed
made
it
all
up.
right.
Damn
Yeah.
it. She's neither rich nor poor is the answer, is the truth. She's actually not even interesting. A very bland human.
Wait a minute. Now
Huh?
this is also the wrong.
What? I thought I was
direction.
fixing
Wait a
it.
minute.
I thought I was fixing it.
You're digging yourself deeper there, Eric.
I wasn't fixing it?
No, you made
All
it
right.
worse.
All right. Help us out here, English
So
Nick.
I was going to say, a lot of people think, well, the pandemic, people started to stay at home. That's why this is happening. But
Yeah.
no, this guy says it was already starting to decline. People doing out of the house activities 2 decades up
No,
before
yeah,
the pandemic.
if you look at it, like when I was a kid growing up, I didn't know what the Kiwanis Club was or the Rotary or all that, but I knew a lot of adults were in it.
Yeah.
And like that kind of stuff. People aren't as, I think the country isn't quite as religious as it once was, so not as many people gathering every Sunday and Wednesday like they used to do. People not joining these sort of clubs. What do you call this, kind of social clubs?
Yeah.
The Rotarians and the
Moose Lodge.
the Moose
Kiwanis.
Lodge stuff. That used to be a part of life for people. But you know what? Now we've got the internet and streaming. So we're sitting at home and we got our sex dolls if we need to,
Yeah.
break. We don't need other human beings anymore.
You can't
kidding
take your sex doll to the fish fry at the Moose Lodge.
Well, you can't. You just might get judged.
You got to leave her in the truck.
Yeah, or
I
the
mean,
trunk?
In the truck.
Okay.
You know, people to be
Trunk. He pulls his lover out of the trunk every night.
You don't want people taking advantage of your sex doll at the Moose Lodge, do you?
Yeah, it's
No,
true.
that's a
I mean,
special
that
night.
could be a pass around.
Yeah.
Especially when it's a fish fry.
Yeah.
After the fish fry.
You don't want to see.
Post game, huh?
You don't want to see the Grand Poobah. No.
What if you wake up one morning, Tim Andrews, and your sex doll actually says to you, without any prompting, Tim, let's go to the fish fry at the Moose Lodge. Would
Well,
you take her?
I don't know where the Moose Lodge is in our town. So
I
have
will
to
be
join-
very upset if you do not take me.
I quite enjoyed the fish
I
last
will
time.
be withholding services.
Okay, listen. It's Lent, so let's go to the Lenten fish fry at the church down the street.
Okay, if you want to take me into the local church, that is your call.
We're gonna have to put on something modest.
You'll have to put it on me. I can't dress myself.
Damn it, I forgot. Why don't I just go get it?
You are trying to
right.
exclude me from your social life.
If anything should stay
How
at
about-
home, it's your
let's-
sex doll.
Yeah,
really,
let's go
isn't
get
it?
a coffee.
Coffee makes me anxious.
No. I'll get you a decaf.
I don't drink coffee.
Oh man.
I don't eat things.
Turn it off. Leave.
All I want is you, and then to go to that fish fry at the Moose.
Hey,
Be
look.
introduced to your friends.
You can turn it off and still use it.
Why can't you introduce me to your friends?
My friends do
What
not
are you
like-
embarrassed about?
Listen, you're not
I am
sentient.
not embarrassed about you.
You're not sentient.
That hurts
I
my
can't
feelings.
believe you said that.
You have two voices, one male, one female. What's going on?
Malfunction.
Interesting. There's a lot of Moose Lodges on the west side of Atlanta.
Well, yeah,
Smyrna,
it's always-
They
Mableton.
exist.
It's always been that way.
And you have what's
Not
the
really
other
on
ones?
the east side,
What is
though.
Shelley, a Mason? Those things.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show you that over the last few decades, as our home life, look, we have theaters in our homes now. Not the richest. It used to be. I remember when I lived in Memphis in the mid '70s, and we used to talk about Elvis Presley. He can get
He has
every
free TV.
Yeah, he can get every channel at the same time. You know, we don't.
Well, the fact that he was like watching two things at
Elvis.
once, we thought like,
Oh wow!
On those dodgy black and white televisions.
And,
he had.
and Autumn, I'll have you know, he had 4. One for PBS.
what?
Mr. Rogers is on me. LBJ did that first. He had all 3 networks. in
Yeah,
the
see,
Oval
but
Office.
it's one of those things where we've moved on.
Have we really?
I think that
I don't know.
I think that we've moved on from, unfortunately,
Yeah.
because we now have so much stuff that we can just do at home.
Yeah, you just multi-screen when
you
you're at
don't-
home.
yeah.
You got your phone there. You got your iPad on the
Oh, it's
on the
a
coffee
sickness.
table. Big TV going with a movie in the background. It's
But
great.
there are certain 24-year-olds that have never watched an entire movie without checking their phone.
Well, if, you can also get the
Aren't
sex
you
dolls.
glad we're almost old enough to die? I am.
Sex dolls with screens in their back. They have that now too.
Oh.
On the back of their head?
On their back. You can watch
Oh,
whatever
you-
you want.
you
while
watch
you're-
your favorite- you watch your favorite
Oh,
porn
Adult
film.
Swim. We're doomed. We're
Oh,
completely doomed as a race.
Yeah, but it's fun.
When you need to know.
This story is developing in Atlanta.
When you want to know.
Severe weather is on its way.
When you have to know.
We'll alert you as soon as this closure clears.
Get notifications.
From your source for news.
Get the WSB radio app.
Download it from your app store today.
Hey y'all, Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care, and I'm not gonna cry in this commercial, I hope. As many of you know, I lost both my parents recently, but I am so thankful they were able to finish their lives at home where they wanted to be. It's all because of the incredible caregivers who came to see them every day. I am so grateful to Four Seasons Home Care. This is a real family-owned company that vets and hires every single one of their caregiving specialists. They don't have contractors. They're not some national corporation. They are simply the best here in Georgia. And a lot of you have asked me about my journey and if home care is right for your aging parents. I'll tell you what I tell them. Call Four Seasons Home Care and just start the conversation. It's a 100% free call that can change everything. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell.
And I'm Monica Pearson. Dale and I have worked together for years, first at WSB, and today helping you find Georgia's best companies and sharing why they're the best.
Monica, one of the first companies I researched and recommended is Amco Transmissions and Total Car Care. For more than a dozen years, they've consistently met my 7-point standard and honored my Make It Right guarantee. And I know you believe in Amco just as much as I do.
Dale, over the years, we've both reported about people getting taken advantage of. So I'm keenly aware what it takes to deliver not just great performance, but great customer service. People who follow my advice literally stop me on the street and thank me for referring them to Amco.
We all need mechanics we can trust for correct diagnosis, sufficient repair, and fair price. Not just for transmission repair, but engines, brakes, check engine lights, and so much more. Call the locally owned Amco near you.
And I know their nationwide warranty protects you everywhere.
That's AA
MCO.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
When it comes to your home, quality is crucial. Trust the Plus. Painting Plus. The Plus means siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and of course, painting.
Hi, I'm Charlie, owner of Painting Plus and the Plus family of businesses. Quality comes first. We have the most experienced exterior craftsmen in the industry.
If your home's exterior has it, the Plus can improve it. Painting Plus. Siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and more. Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
You wouldn't leave the door open when it's freezing cold outside, right? You just let all that cold air in. Christina Epworth's here. If you have a vented crawl space, that's exactly what is happening. The vents are letting cold air into your home, causing your heating bills to go up. But call my friends at American Crawl Space Solutions. They will encapsulate your crawl space, keeping the air under your home not just dry, but also nice and warm. AmericanCrawlSpaceSolutions.com, your best value for crawl space repair.
American Crawl Space Solutions. Foundations too.
Tim Andrews, who sometimes gives us good information.
Yesterday wasn't a good day for that.
He's right about this info, though.
Telling us that
Ford.
This guy Ford, what is he? Is he the premier of, or what? He's the
Ontario.
Ontario. And so they are lifting. They said that they were going to put tariffs on electricity,
To
and then
3
Trump
states.
said he was going to go 50% with their tariffs.
Any advance?
And they've backed down.
Yes.
It really is a trade war.
It certainly is.
They fire that, he fires that.
And one back and
percentage.
And the thing about Trump, though, in the midst of all of this, is I feel like he has this strategy where there's the real stuff he's doing, like the Canada stuff, shaking things up, the Ukraine stuff, shaking things up.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll just say something out of the blue like, I'm thinking about banning all sales of Kleenex. You know, just weird stuff that'll just
Use
get
your
out,
sleeve.
just get out in the
Use your
ether,
sleeve.
and you'll never hear about it again. It doesn't matter. It's just he's throwing so much stuff at the wall. I have no idea.
When he was on the plane
if it's all
yesterday.
going to work, if none of it's going to work, if some of it's going to work, I have no idea.
I saw the clip on Air Force One where they asked him, you said there might be a recession.
Well, here's the thing.
And he was like, things are going to be shaken up.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, you'll have more money than you know what to do
Well,
with.
the thing is, you can't change a
Sorry, Tim.
system. Yeah,
Don't
I
worry
was
about
a
it.
little worried.
I thought it was funny.
You can't change an entire system like they're trying to do without having hiccups. The question is, are they hiccups? Or is it something that's longer lasting?
Well, we're being so
we can't
reactionary.
know that, right? Well, because the media is. First of
It's
all,
all emotional.
do you
It's like,
remember
look,
when
it's 2 days of bad markets?
I know. And so like, I saw this
Sold
thing that
down.
said, "Oh, this is the worst market, the biggest drop in the market since 2022." Not 1922, 2022. So it's like, you know, it's like, remember they used to call me in when I used to fill in and it'd be like, "Oh, the market dropped 500 points. Get Wes Moss in there, do a special show." Now we're all like, the market, who knows what it's doing? It'll go down 900 and then 2 weeks later be up by 100. It just, nobody knows. So you expect the market to overreact. But that doesn't mean that it's overreacting. We just don't know because we expect it to overreact. So you just don't know.
You've got Mr. Moss next, right? So it's good.
Is he coming in today?
He sure is.
Is
Yeah.
Wes Moss coming in today?
Sure is.
I'll
Hi.
believe it when I see it. When I see his handsome.
He is a good-looking dude.
He's like
I mean,
Benjamin Button. He's
he's
aging in
handsome.
reverse.
Glows.
He'll be
His-
rewatching The Apprentice, I'm sure. I know that came out
Oh
on
yeah, now The
Amazon
Apprentice.
Prime.
Is that out there now?
It's
I
on
heard-
Amazon Prime.
You can
yeah.
watch Wes get fired. Tune in. Watch it on Amazon.
All right, you got another Toodle Pip before you get the hell out of here, pal?
I do, pal.
With
buddy
your
of
skeleton
mine.
shirt?
Buddy of mine. My Dead Cross shirt.
Your Dead Cross
Band
shirt?
called Dead Cross, yeah.
Good
It's
for them.
Mike Patton from Faith No More and the old drummer of Slayer. It's a brilliant band.
I'll bet you they are.
This is from Yahoo Entertainment, and they're
They're
thing
good.
called- it's called The Wrap.
They're kind of our
it's a
cousins.
segment.
They're kind of our cousins.
Our
It's
cousins?
Yahoo.
WRAP. Well, not our cousins. We own them. Well, we don't own them, but the people who own us own them.
So aren't we kind of
Along with Viking Cruises and Chuck E. Cheese.
Aren't we kind of kin with them then?
We're kin. Yeah, no, I don't know. We're all children, though. We're all their children. And if you listen to them, they love us all equally.
Oh.
So there's an actress who
Except
was
they
in
love
Harry-
English Nick a little bit more. Who doesn't?
They love me.
Who doesn't?
Harry Potter, you know the movie franchise?
I'm familiar with Harry
Yeah.
Potter. It's the one that all the kids try to act like they somehow can still enjoy everything about it for the rest of their lives with somehow dissociating themselves from the author.
The actress Jessie Cave, who played Lavender Brown in
Yeah.
the Harry Potter
1-1.
films, she's turned to OnlyFans to get out of debt.
Oh,
But not for the reasons that
for
you
her
think.
hair. It's
Her
all about
hair.
her hair.
Oh, she's not getting nude?
Yeah.
She's not getting out of debt. I mean, that's just, I'm just
Bad
very
baby,
long.
there
Bad
she
Baby
is.
didn't get nude.
There she is, very long hair.
And it's going to be some sort of ASMR thing? What's
Yeah.
she gonna, she's
Got a
gonna,
little audio of her.
Okay, good.
It's long, so just tell me when
No,
to
no,
stop.
I heard a little bit of it. It's boring.
I'm starting OnlyFans.
Yeah.
This is her boyfriend?
Yes.
Right.
Right.
Hair stuff.
Right.
Hair stuff.
So stuff like this.
Right.
She's combing her hair.
Yeah.
Just going
Yeah.
like that. That's
Okay, you're not going to make any money.
Riveting.
Is this a thing? The best.
He's about to leave
hair
you.
sounds.
He is about to leave. What is
Needs to hear
happening?
The brushing.
Are you reading about this? What's going on? Do people pay for that?
The sounds, yeah.
I mean, I don't even have to pay it. I'm getting tired of
I
you.
know, but I can't afford a mic. Swishing it and.
Well, don't do it. Don't give it away for free.
No, but I need to tell people what I'm offering.
Please like
He gets it for free.
in a sexual way.
He gets it for free. Why should the rest of us?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think.
Why am I going to England next week? I think I'm going to cancel.
They all want to come here. You know that. don't you?
10,000 millennial simps are going to sign up for that, thinking they're going to see her nude.
Yeah.
So she'll get that for a month.
Maybe that'll be a little bit of money.
Maybe that's a
Yeah,
big
she can
chunk
fix
of
up her-
change.
Well, wonder
Fix
what
up
our
her house.
subscription charges. That's what's going to
Log in.
Little Harry Potter stimulus.
Stimmy.
Expecto Wando.
I don't think she's going to make the money. That's
I don't think so
I'm
either.
going to put it there. I don't think people are going to tune in to watch her comb her hair.
She's just like,
No, if it was Luna Lovegood.
Luna Lovegood.
Yeah.
Is she from a Bond film?
No.
She's
in
from
a
a
that's
Bond
Moaning,
film?
that's Moaning Myrtle.
Moaning Myrtle.
I don't know
They
about
all
this
sound the
stuff.
same.
Professor McGarnacle would do well on OnlyFans, but she passed away.
Who is?
You mean what's her name?
Yeah.
Maggie.
Maggie. Yeah. Oh.
We lost her though. Who was that? Was that Joan Plowright? Who did?
Joan Plowright?
No, I don't. I get.
Who wrote the book?
No, I'm talking about the actress.
Maggie Smith.
Maggie Smith.
Joan Plowright.
I don't know.
I think
She's another Shakespearean actress.
She's
I don't
a porn
know.
actress.
I was going to say it's like
Joan Plowright was a legitimate actress. She was not a porn actress. Get out of here, English Nick.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
Slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Paid for by Estella's Pharma.
Visit my friends at Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort. This is Scott Slade. They specialize in exquisite handcrafted fine jewelry and natural mined diamonds, never mass-produced. It's where I've been doing business for over 25 years. Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort.
How easy is it to save energy and money in 30 seconds? Let's count the ways. Power down unused devices. Swap out traditional bulbs for LEDs. Adjust your thermostat for the season. Change your air filter. Move furniture away from your vents. And turn off the lights when you leave a room. Georgia Power's more than just your power company. We're your saving sidekick. Get started at georgiapower.com/energy efficiency today. Ready, set, save.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
Bugs bugging you? Better call Breda Pest Management. They handle bugs and critters. And Breda is proud to sponsor Scott Slade, Georgia, every Thursday on Atlanta's Morning News.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and H1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top story, positive developments today in the push for peace in Ukraine.
CBS News special report, a step toward peace in Ukraine. In Saudi Arabia today, Ukraine accepted American proposal for an immediate 30-day ceasefire. CBS News military consultant Jeff McCausland said other issues still have to be negotiated.
Both sides also said the exchange of prisoners, release of civilian detainees, and the return of forcibly transferred Ukrainian children would need to be a point of any discussions. These issues are very, very, very important to the Ukrainians.
The agreement gives the U.S. access to Ukraine's rare earth minerals. CBS News National Security Advisor Sam Vinograd.
From the Ukrainian perspective, this critical minerals deal would involve the United States having a stake in the development, really, of critical minerals in Ukraine and having most likely some kind of actual presence as part of the development of those minerals.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the ball is now in Russia's court. CBS News special report. I'm Christopher Cruz.
72 degrees in Atlanta, sun with mid-70s tomorrow. What about rain chances later this week? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. The man accused of slashing tents at a homeless camp in Atlanta is now under arrest.
Police say the suspect, identified as Daniel Barnett, age 42, is a security guard near the Old Wheat Street Northeast encampment. They say he's the one caught on video using some kind of sharp instrument to slash multiple tents. Barnett was caught when deputies recognized him at the Fulton County Courthouse, where he was for an unrelated case. Barnett now in jail facing a slew of criminal damage to property and reckless conduct charges. Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
A judge vows to speed up the case for a homeless man indicted for the 2022 murder of a Buckhead grandmother.
Some 16 months after Antonio Brown was transferred into state custody for mental competency exams, they're still not done. Fulton County Superior Court Judge Kevin Farmer considered holding the agency in contempt, noting how old this case is.
Both parties need closure. You know, your defendants don't need to sit for a long time, and victims don't need to have justice delayed. So we need to get this ball rolling.
Atlanta police said they believed Brown stabbed Eleanor Bowles when she found him trying to steal her vehicle in her gated community. His next court date's within 60 days. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Residents escape after a Union City apartment building goes up in flames.
All I could see was fire and smoke, and then people were yelling at me, "Come out the house, get out the house, get out the house." I'm looking out, I'm like, what's going on?
A resident of the Evergreen Commons Apartments talking to Channel 2 Action News. Everyone gets out safely. The top floor of the building is destroyed. Investigators now trying to determine what started that fire. A new alert to the state's missing persons system is one vote away from passing under the Gold Dome.
The alert would be activated if a person with autism goes missing, something Rita Young says parents with autistic children live in fear of.
It can happen in a split second.
Young's two grown sons have autism, and she says the bill will provide a critical resource.
We need to help our first responders and give them support, as well as families, and educate everyone.
Young says people with autism are more prone to wandering. The alert would include guidance for law enforcement on how they should handle a search. The measure now awaits final passage in the Senate. From the state capitol, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
It is the end of another nervous day on Wall Street. The White House says the current stock market numbers are a snapshot in time. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt reiterating President Trump's comment on the state of the economy.
We are in a period of transition from the mess that was created under Joe Biden in the previous administration. Joe Biden left this country in an economic disaster.
And at the closing bell, the Dow is down 478 points, the S&P is down 42, and the NASDAQ is down 32 points. It is now 4:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Afternoon commute is in full swing through downtown. Bill already close to a half hour coming out of Buckhead from 400 south at Lennox Road. Trying to make your way on the connector southbound down to I-20. Northbound stacked and packed from Highway 166 Langford Parkway as you make your way up past Freedom Parkway, the Peachtree Pine Street area. Travel advisory in Hall County, 985 southbound, very slow out of Gainesville into Oakwood. Brush fire cleanup in the right lane below Highway 53, exit 16. You can use Highway 13 as an alternate. And checking on a new slow zone in Roswell, I see police taking the shoulder 400 northbound heading up toward Holcomb Bridge Road, exit 7. We're going to check on a new crash there. 75 northbound, just a little bit of volume, 75 north between Marietta and Kennesaw. Checking the ride around I-285, Andrew Seco.
Circle in the city, we find some trouble merging into Tucker, stall in a right lane, 285 northbound as you're hitting La Vista Road, exit 37, tapping the brakes, merging, and it's slowing you just a little bit as we circle the city some more. The worst of it looks to be through Doraville, 285 eastbound, having you on and off that brake pedal from Beaufort Highway down to the Stone Mountain Freeway. That's exit 39. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Clear skies for this evening as temperatures fall into the mid-40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, sunshine, high 75. Cloudy skies on Thursday with a hit-or-miss rain shower or thunderstorm, high 68.
74 now in Duluth. It's 71 in Locust Grove and 74 in Vinings. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. And I looked her up. Joan Plowright, great actress, married to Laurence Olivier. Sir Laurence Olivier. And strange that she came up because she was born in 1929, and rest in peace, she just passed away in January. So how dare all of you.
Storied career in adult film.
No, she was not. She was a fantastic. Just look her up.
That's
You've
where
seen
she
her.
and Laurence Olivier met, right?
Yeah, because they were the biggest porn stars of the 40s.
The
Those two.
Decorator.
I believe that they were the first porn couple to appear on playing cards.
Wow. That's so cool.
Can you imagine living in those porn days, like the 1850s, where porn was like on playing cards? I mean, I know they kept doing it, but
Who was the jack?
At that time, it was
You. Remember the pen that you would turn upside down?
And
And
it
the
would
sand
undress.
would go away, and the lady would be.
Ooh, look at me! I'm from the 40s. Woohoo! All those 40s women, like the sexy 40s, they had like kind of a mermaid thing going on or something. It was like a real. The mermaid was big in the 1940s.
They had to make it look like a painting or art, so it wouldn't be
Yeah.
subject to
But
pornographic
I think
law.
also like a lot of guys have been out to sea with the wars, and so like the mermaid idea. Who knows? When you're out there long enough, maybe you start seeing things.
Probably do. Yeah, they're your bunkmate.
Yeah. So,
Everyone's gay
Jim.
when you're underway.
Jim,
That's what I
that
heard
was
recently.
you. Huh? Yeah. What did you just say about gay
I heard-
underway?
Yeah, everyone's gay when you're underway.
Hey, it's possible.
Hey.
Didn't
You
Kurt
put- you
Cobain
put-
sing?
It was from this young man who continued to say that they weren't gay.
Yeah.
And how like, well, why would I'm not gay?
Yes.
Why would I be gay? I would never
course
indulge
not.
in something like that. I have a beautiful wife. Have you seen her? Here's
you
a
would be
picture.
silly to think such a thing.
So-
Why would anybody? I mean,
And he was in the Navy or something, and he was
Uh-huh.
saying that, and then he also was. He's like, I mean, when you put 100 testosterone-ridden men in a tube for 3 months under the water.
all right, we don't. There's some things we don't have to. Human beings, they just get by. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Human beings
you gotta survive.
Get by.
By is the,
they get by.
operative.
B-Y. They get
Yes.
by.
You have to survive.
The human brain acclimates to the situation and then goes into survival mode. Right?
Uh-huh.
Right? And part of
I don't
survival,
think I'd survive on a
part of
submarine.
survival when you're 25 years old is not exploding. That's part of surviving. So, how do we get on this? I'm blaming Autumn. I think
Yeah,
it
you
was-
should.
It was Autumn's fault. Anytime anything like this comes up.
That reminds me, I watched Crimson Tide last night with
Gene Hackman?
Yeah, I had to since it was.
I'm the commander of this ship.
It was such a good movie. He's
Good
great
Gene
at it.
Hackman.
That's it.
He was so great. There's a whole category in Amazon Prime of just Gene Hackman movies, and
Yeah.
Poseidon Adventure was right next to it. So
Poseidon
I think I
Adventure.
might watch it.
A lot of boat movies in his career.
If you want to,
Apparently.
Jaws.
if you want to be shocked by his language, check out The French Connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the.
They cut that out.
Do they cut it out now?
Yeah, they've cut it out.
Because he's a racist cop. I mean, that's the whole thing,
Yeah,
isn't
they
it?
took some of the language out of the film.
Well, that's silly
Well, of
because
course
he's
it
a
is.
racist cop. That's
Right.
the idea.
Well, it's still.
I mean,
It's upsetting to people in 2025.
So you can't watch The French Connection. See, this is why you
Do
got
you
to
have
buy
it on DVD. I have
See,
it.
that's what you got to buy. This is what my wife tells me. You got to buy books. You got to buy DVDs. You got to buy Blu-rays because they'll change things.
What if you don't have enough storage for all that stuff?
Well,
You
then
got
I
a
guess you're
shelf?
just you're at the. I mean, does anybody really think that?
Well, you're gonna run out of shelves, Tim. It's not just one
Listen,
shelf.
as somebody who's restarting their vinyl collection, I can tell you, you do run out of
Thank
space.
you.
You run out of space quickly. Speaking of running in space, guess who just ran in here?
Oh.
There he is.
Mr. Market Crasher.
I believe Shakespeare was directing those sonnets toward this young man. Very good-looking young man. This Wes Moss. Let's do this.
What's the market doing with Money Matters, Wes Moss?
There he is, Wes Moss. I'm reading the sonnets. Hey, can I give you an update on where the sonnets are now?
I don't know if I'm familiar with the sonnet.
Shakespeare's sonnets.
Sure, but have you guys been talking about that?
I've been a little bit. Let me
Here
ask
and
you a
there.
question. Did you
Okay.
know? Did you
Okay.
know that shall I compare thee to a summer's day? You've heard that before.
Of course.
Did you know that was written from Shakespeare to a very beautiful young man?
I did not know it was
See,
to a
nobody
young
knows.
man.
See, this is why you gotta read. You gotta read. So now I think I'm in like the 30s, like 32, 33 on the sonnets. And this is, look at me, Tim Andrews, because I want you to know
That
the
makes me
story.
uncomfortable.
The story has changed. I mean, we're in a different place. So before, all the sonnets were about how beautiful you are, but you got to watch out because time is going to change that, and you need to have children so that when you're ugly and old, you can look at your children and see your former beauty. And it was just like, I know he's telling this kid to have kids, but he's really obsessing on the beauty. And then the thing about having kids went away, and it was just my beloved, my love. You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. Now, a change.
Yeah.
The beautiful kid that he's writing to had sex with his mistress.
With Shakespeare's mistress.
Yes.
Did he watch?
No. At least he didn't say he did in the sonnets.
Well, that's some true
'cause
drama.
All of a sudden, it's like, I have to still forgive you for what you've done. So not only can he not partake in what he wants, that which he wanted to partake with, partook with his own mistress, who, of course, is not his wife. Shakespeare hated his wife. Everybody understands that.
So it was an
She was a
affair
cold,
with
cold
someone
woman.
he was having an affair with.
Yes. Yes.
That doesn't
Yes.
cancel it out.
No, it doesn't. Especially after all these sonnets where he tells this boy, well, even if time ravages your good looks, everyone will remember you through my poetry. Yet, no one knows who the hell he was writing about.
Meanwhile, EVH can just kind of switch into Shakespearean prose almost. When did this happen?
I'm a very...
When did this happen?
Listen, in order to get my level of success in local radio, I've had to dumb myself down a little bit. That's it. On the weekends...
So he already had it. He just called it back up.
Yeah, it's just on the weekends is when I partake in the opera. During the week, it's fart jokes aplenty. Wes Moss, I know how to keep an audience.
Does it explain 12th Night?
Huh?
12th. Does this kind of explain 12th Night?
Well,
By the way, I do know 12th Night.
Yeah, it's a
That
good
is
play.
one I know.
Oh,
my
now-
son was just in that play.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was in the traveling minstrel band.
And how did it go? Did people love it? Was he booed?
Yeah, no, it was good. It
Yeah?
actually was really,
Nothing
really
like
well
children doing Shakespeare.
Well, these are high school kids.
Okay, all
You know, these are high school kids, and I think they did a pretty incredible job. It's a cool story. It's a
Sure. Now they didn't do the whole play out of it.
No,
It's a short play, though.
We did. It was actually, I guess it was called a half act. It was just
Yeah.
like the first.
You don't know
half.
how long these plays are. You know, like Hamlet, everything you've seen, like it's really like 4.5 hours long.
You mean
These
Lion
plays
King?
were like 4 hours long. What?
You mean Lion King?
The Lion King was another one.
That's Hamlet.
Is it? Oh yeah, Hamlet from the
It's the
Lion
same
King.
thing.
I got you. Yeah, boy, generations haven't been dumbed down. You mean the Lion
The
King?
story's the same thing.
Can we just
No,
watch
it's
the
not
Disney?
the same.
They're very similar.
They're not.
No,
Are they?
not.
Very similar.
I've never seen the Lion King.
I'm pretty
Is his
sure.
father killed in the opening act?
Very close.
Does
to
a
it.
ghost of his father appear and
Yeah, but
say
there's
that
some, like,
the new king
incesty
killed
stuff
me?
with
Yes.
his mom and things like
Is
that.
it? I didn't know that it was
Yeah.
based on.
Yeah, it's
I
based
know-
on Hamlet.
Is it?
But
It
not
is.
any of the other parts.
I would say it's better than Hamlet then, because Hamlet doesn't have those Elton John songs.
That's true.
So
And two lions making out.
yeah, let's get it on.
Can you feel
The love tonight.
tonight?
Yeah, that's gonna beat Shakespeare all day long. All right, Wes Moss. Wes Moss.
What do we got?
What do we got? We got
let's
an
go out with these
economy.
markets,
You know,
Wes.
everybody's going crazy. You know what? I think most people, if you're not affected right now by exactly what's been happening in the economy in the last week, I don't even think about the stock market. I just assume they're going to overreact. Well, what I'm thinking is either what he's doing is going to work or it's not going to work, and we're not going to know 6 months to a year. I really believe that we're not going to know 6 months to a year, but we're not going to, the market. Remember we used to come in here and do special shows, Wes Moss, when the market went down by 500 points in one day? And now people are like, that market, it'll be back.
Exactly 5 years ago. Today is the COVID anniversary.
Part of it was that we were in an uncertainty vacuum, and it was...
No, I'm not talking about before the pandemic. We had a couple of drops before the pandemic.
Oh, that's right.
Pete Spriggs called me. I got Wes Moss coming in. We do special shows because stock market went down 500 points in one day. But I look at this, you tell me if I'm wrong, I just go, it's not going to look like this in a week. Maybe it's worse, maybe it's better, but it's not going to look like this because the market is, to me, schizophrenic.
Listen, I think it depends on what your sentiment is. I think if you're a retiree, I've heard from a lot of folks in the last couple of weeks, maybe, let's say you're paying attention and you're watching your account and you look at it every day. You're sitting here full time, you're doing a radio show, you are somewhat... You're not as worried because you're still working, you're still making money, you're still saving. If you're a retiree, you're thinking, wait a minute, this is maybe there's a heightened level of what's happening. And I was thinking about this and I was writing a bunch today. So I brought in what I was writing, kind of the state of the U.S. consumer today. And I just keep going back to the word, so confidence is the mother's milk of the U.S. economy, because then it leads to some level of stability and decision-making, and then consumer confidence that leads to spending. And that is the backbone of this U.S. economy. It's 70% of everything GDP you added up. It's a massive $30+ trillion economy. And it comes down to not just what we spend, but our confidence to be able to spend and make decisions.
And is that what's slipping, confidence?
That is what is slipping.
All right, stop right there. We'll go to traffic. We'll come back and we will finish your thoughts. Alex Williams says there's a crash, unfortunately, on 400 in Roswell.
And it's added to the already slow traffic. Good afternoon, Eric. 400 northbound. You start to hit the brake lights almost right at I-285. Take those through Sandy Springs up into Roswell, where this crash is clearing out of a travel lane at Holcomb Bridge Road. 85 northbound. We've had a crash off to the left between Jimmy Carter and Indian Trail. That's keeping you on the brakes back toward 285. Travel advisory continues into Oakwood out of Gainesville. Brush fire, right lane block, 985 southbound below Highway 53, exit 16. That means using Highway 13 as an alternate. Now we got some trouble on I-20, Andrew Seco.
That we do. Looking at a left lane crash here, I-20 westbound at Gresham Road, exit 62, right under the bridge here. Seeing the stoppage already. It's pretty short-lived. No need for an alternate. Just a quick tap of the brakes as you're moving. Elsewhere, I-20 working well, east and west, in and out of the city with a little stoppage heading eastbound from I-285 into cab out towards Panola Road, exit 71 from the Courier Carrier Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Topical.
I feel for you if you've been working from home.
Local.
They're suing the landlord. The lawsuit filed in Cobb County Superior
Getting
Court.
you through your morning.
It's good stuff for this show. It's good stuff for the radio station.
Mark Arrow.
That's about all I ask.
Mark Arrow.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB. Atlanta's News and Talk.
Beaver Direct Certified, providing the highest quality vehicles at the very best prices. Every vehicle undergoes rigorous reconditioning with the industry-leading 12-month, 12,000-mile certified warranty. Visit us at BeaverToyotaCumming.com and see why everyone loves Beaver Direct.
At Superior Pro, we use the highest quality materials and the best techniques in windows, siding, painting, doors, and more. Visit SuperiorPro.com.
Superior Pro, the pros to know.
Hi, I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell, and for over a decade, I've trusted America's best choice for windows, doors, siding, and decks. They've built their reputation on quality craftsmanship and honest pricing, and I've seen firsthand how they put customers first. That's why I proudly certify them for windows, doors, siding, and decks. And with ABC's 3-way warranty, which includes my $10,000 Make It Right guarantee, you can invest with confidence.
Spring is the perfect time to update your home, and America's Best Choice makes it easy with these spring specials. Highest quality, energy-efficient windows starting at just $299. Take 10% off a new deck and create the outdoor oasis of your dreams. Enhance your home's curb appeal with limited time spring pricing on siding and doors. No pressure, no gimmicks. Visit abcwin.com today to schedule your free consultation. America's best choice. Quality you can trust. Prices you can afford.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
Shane Company knows fine jewelry. That means a lot when you're looking for a dream engagement ring, a beautiful keepsake, or the perfect gift. Come see us in store and compare our wide selection of diamonds, rubies, and a rainbow of sapphires in different shapes and sizes. Create your dream engagement ring and browse our selection of fine jewelry gifts. From diamond studs, tennis bracelets, birthstone necklaces, and more. With our everyday competitive prices and unmatched free lifetime warranty, Shane Company knows how to work with your budget, not against it. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Yes, Wes Moss. A man aging in reverse. The Benjamin Button of the economy.
Now you can watch him on Amazon.
We'll get to that in a moment.
Yeah.
You were saying.
What
sir,
about Amazon?
They're
The Apprentice is being re-released on Amazon Prime.
so you can watch
Great.
it. What are you season? Great. We should let people know it's season 2. It's fun, Wes.
Yeah, 2004 is 20 years ago. It was over
20 years ago. 20
over
years ago.
20
Over
years
20 years
ago.
And listen, you're doing great.
And
you're
I have no
doing
problem with
fabulous.
people watching it. No, it's fine. It's fine. I think the only thing I did that was a little cringy in the very beginning, and it was like the first day. I didn't remember.
How old were you?
26, 7.
Okay.
Turning 27. And I remember there was a celebration in the very beginning, and we had champagne. They gave us champagne, and I drank out of the bottle of champagne. And upon further review, when I saw it, I was like, ooh. But I was very...
So you cringed. You look at that.
Yeah, I did.
Were you trying to be like a big guy, a big dude
No,
when you did it? Or?
It was just more of a... I just wasn't thinking. But I did... that whole period when you're filming any sort of reality show, and I was already in the professional world. I was already a financial advisor. Look, you just know that reality TV is that it's born to make people look bad, period.
Conflict is the essence
That
of
is all it
drama.
is. So you really have to be cognizant to not do anything that could even be perceived is not great.
Right.
So and I think I got out of there with a
How many? You weren't the.
accomplishing
Okay, so I don't remember the second season of The Apprentice. I actually only watched Celebrity Apprentice for a couple of years, and then he was president. It was weird. Finally, I come around, and then the guy's president. How many people were? Obviously, you didn't win the second season. So how many people went before you? Were you one of the first? Were you in the middle?
We had 18 people.
Yeah.
On the show, and in the beginning, there was only one person that would leave at a time, so it took a while.
Mhm.
And I think in real life, it was a 2 or 3 days of filming for one full TV week. So
Okay.
the season lasted many, many weeks on television.
Yeah.
I think we filmed it in probably a month and a quarter.
And with it, so
five,
I want
6 weeks.
In that time to real time. So in the month that you're there, how long were you there before you were gone?
Yeah, I was there for. If we had 6 weeks of filming, I was probably there for 4.5 of the 6 weeks.
Okay, and if we watched the season,
after I left, there were either maybe 5 or 6 people left.
Okay,
so I didn't
okay.
win the thing, but I got down to the.
towards
the end?
What was the thing you had to do that you were judged on that they said, well, not good enough?
We were selling. We had to do a new catalog for Levi.
Okay.
Levi was the sponsor, and we had to do a jeans catalog.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, I think the other
Let's
team
have some
just had a
blame.
great idea.
Let's have some blame. Who on your team let you down? Come on, it's been 20 years.
It was a
Who
lack
on-
of creativity. We did a typical catalog, and
the other guys got.
The other team did a wheel because jeans are confusing with all the different
Yes.
sizes and brands, and they did this
Mhm.
little wheel, and we didn't. And
The wheel won.
as soon as I saw it, I said, "Oh, that's better than what we did." I'm ready to go.
How does it work in the reality world? So it's that moment where, whether it's Survivor or Apprentice, whatever, on the Survivor, you're kicked off the island, Apprentice, you're fired, whatever. What actually happens right after? Like, do you walk out and never see any of the production team again? Or is there a party later, a rap party, then you go to that?
I think it really depends on the show. At
Yeah.
the time, it was NBC Must-See TV, so people were reporting on who was going to go next. It really depends, right?
Okay.
There was a period of time when this show was a real thing. Like 16 million people watched per episode. So there was this tracking of, well, who's going to go? And when you film it, you allow people to just walk out of the building, then the media would know the order.
Right.
So they did it in a really clandestine way where you have to go out the back. I think in the very beginning, everybody had to be filmed going into a cab, so that it was everybody got filmed on the same day going to the cab. So you didn't the actual event of getting into a cab, I think, never happened.
Okay.
Because then they would know who left.
Right.
So that was a little TV magic, but
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that part where you're in the cab talking about
Right.
it on the way. Yeah.
So it was really important for when people left, everybody did group up at the same, I think, condo complex, so
Okay.
that nobody knew who ever left. So we all had to stay until the end of filming, and then everybody went home at the same time.
All right. Well, that's going to be. Where is it now? It's on. It's
on Amazon Prime.
Oh yeah, because Jeff Bezos wants to kiss some Heine.
Well, when I went over there too, that's where I found The Apprentice last night, and then I found all the Gene Hackman movies. So I was like, oh wow, look at these categories.
Season 2, if you want to see an even younger, if you could imagine such a thing, Wes Moss. Alex Williams watching Downtown Delays.
Already a slow ride through Midtown and downtown, indeed. Eric, 75-85 northbound, you're packed in from Langford Parkway. No relief till you get up to 10th Street in Midtown. Southbound, you're seeing the brake lights, 75 south from Howell Mill, 85 from the 400 merge, and that takes you all the way down to I-20. Heading into downtown, still dealing with a crash, I-20 westbound into Cab around Flat Shoals Gresham, exit 63, blocking 2 left lanes, but no need for an alternate just yet. How's the ride around I-285, Andrew Seco?
Better news if you're heading into Tucker. That stall just cleared into the Gore. 285 north, the outer loop ramp to La Vista Road, exit 37. Those speeds already looking better. But the brake light battle continues as you leave Doraville. 285 east has you really slow from Dunwoody through Doraville and Embry Hills all the way down into Scottdale. Clarkston breaking free. Right when you pass the Stone Mountain Freeway, exit 39. From the Cooley Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Dave Baker here for Ben Hill Renovations. I know what's important to you when you're looking for a new deck. You want the work done with quality workmanship, on time, within your budget, and built correctly. Getting a new deck from Ben Hill Renovations checks all the boxes. And when it comes to new decks, pretty much anything you can imagine, Ben Hill can do. And they're all backed by the Ben Hill Workmanship Warranty. Swing by the new Ben Hill Renovations showroom in Douglasville and talk to one of their designers. Or see them on the web at bhrenovations.com. Ben Hill Renovations, creating raving fans since 1964.
Focus Features presents Black Bag, starring Kate Blanchett, Michael Fassbender, and directed by Steven Soderbergh.
I can feel when you're watching me. I like it.
It's the perfect marriage of love and deception.
I watch her, I assume she watches me.
There's a traitor in the house. Find the leak. Black Bag is the most anticipated espionage thriller of the year.
Who's the suspect?
Your wife.
Would you kill for me?
Black Bag, rated R, under 17, not admitted without parent. Only in theaters this Friday with special engagements in Dolby.
When it comes to defending your rights, experience counts. George Stein, the DUI lawyer, has a winning track record over 3 decades with hundreds of contested jury trials and complicated cases. Make the smart choice. GeorgeStein.com.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Dramatically improve the look of your home and make your neighbors say wow with a new garage door. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors. Replace that ugly, outdated garage door with a beautiful, modern, energy-efficient door that will add to your home's value and curb appeal. At All Four Seasons, we offer fast service, affordable prices, and a huge selection of styles, colors, and custom features. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 seasonsgarages.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top story is a WSB money update on the losses keep adding up on Wall Street. The Dow plunging another 478 points today. The S&P down 42. The NASDAQ falling 32 points. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt today says former President Biden is to blame for the struggles of the U.S. economy.
Under Joe Biden, all net job growth went to foreign-born Americans. Real wages declined by 1.5% under Joe Biden. And as we all know, and this administration continues to combat, prices soared more than 20%.
CBS News money analyst Jill Schlesinger says the back and forth on tariffs is making people nervous.
I think specifically what we're really worried about, if the overall economy does slow down, that will most likely hurt the small and medium-sized businesses more than the larger companies.
And the Premier of Ontario, Canada, is putting on hold his decision to impose a tariff on electricity exports to the U.S. Premier Doug Ford announcing today a 25% surcharge for electricity it supplies to parts of Michigan, Minnesota, and New York. He says the suspension of this surcharge comes after the U.S. Commerce Secretary agreed to renew trade talks. President Trump had announced a doubling of tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum in response to the electricity surcharge. It is 74 degrees in Atlanta. How many sunny days ahead before clouds and rain return? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. This just in, jurors in DeKalb County reached guilty verdicts in a cold case murder trial.
As to count 1, malice murder, we, the jury, find the defendant, Kenneth Perry, guilty.
Kenneth Perry convicted on murder and all other charges for killing his brother and sister 35 years ago. John and Pamela Sumter were stabbed to death at the brothers' Stone Mountain apartment in 1990. It takes jurors about 3 hours today to reach the guilty verdicts. There's hope for a possible ceasefire deal between Russia and Ukraine. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the Ukrainians have accepted a U.S. proposal which calls for a ceasefire and immediate negotiations.
Now, hopefully we'll take this offer now to the Russians. And we hope that they'll say yes to peace. The ball is now in their court.
Today's announcement comes after high-stakes talks in Saudi Arabia with Ukrainian delegation. The National Transportation Safety Board calls for changes to operations near Washington's Reagan Airport after January's mid-air crash between an American Airlines jet and an Army helicopter. The NTSB's Jennifer Hummondy says there have been other close calls between 2021 and 24.
There were 15,214 occurrences or close proximity events between commercial airplanes and helicopters.
The NTSB is telling the FAA it needs to urgently change helicopters' cross-landing routes near active runways. Gainesville police arrest a man who they say posed as a high school football recruiter. They say Malcolm Walker charged someone more than $1,000 promising to get the victim's son meetings with college recruiters and coaches at the University of Colorado. Gainesville police say there are more victims all across Georgia, and they're asking for them to come forward. Investigators believe Walker has stolen tens of thousands of dollars from his victims. He's charged with theft by deception. The DeKalb County School Board is moving forward with plans to find a new location for one of the oldest schools in the county.
$50 million isn't enough to solve the problems at Druid Hills High, so the district is exploring the possibility of moving the school to another location. Board member Allison Gevertz.
Even with painted walls,
I mean, it's multiple buildings. It wasn't ever really set up for high school.
The board will pay over $200,000 for an architect to explore other locations and possible plans for a new Druid Hills High. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
The wife of former Georgia Bulldog All-American David Pollock undergoes surgery for brain cancer tomorrow. Pollock posts on social media a call for prayers. The surgery will take place at Duke University. It is now 4:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic starts with Alex Williams.
A rough ride on the West Freeway, I-20 westbound from just before Riverside Parkway as you make your way out to a crash blocking at least one lane at Thornton Road, exit 44 there in Lithia Springs. Before you get there, you're on and off the brakes out of downtown for that commute through West Atlanta. In DeKalb County, I-20 east and westbound, seeing some brake lights both ways in the work zone between 285 and Panola Road. Inside the perimeter, if you're heading toward downtown, heads up for a crash. 2 left lanes blocked I-20 westbound at Flat Shoals Gresham Road, exit 63, but no big need for an alternate right now. Taking a look at the ride to the northern suburbs with Andrew Seco.
Got new trouble here as you're merging at Spaghetti Junction Road 85 meets 285 at DeKalb. Stalled vehicle in a center lane. 285 eastbound merging to 85 north. Exit 33, adding to those delays, stretching you all the way back towards Sandy Springs. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Hepworth. Fair skies for this evening as temperatures fall into the mid-40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, sunshine, high 75. Clouds return on Thursday with a few hit-or-miss rain showers and isolated thunderstorm possible. Highs in the mid-60s.
73 right now in Tucker, also 73 in College Park. It is 75 degrees in Woodstock. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
See this garage door? I gotta be honest with you. It's ugly. I mean, successful, attractive homeowner like you, it's time to move on. This is not the garage door your parents thought you'd spend the rest of your life with. And that ain't true with everything in life, don't get me wrong. I mean, honey, if you're listening, you can't divorce me just because I'm no longer the handsome stud you married. But your garage door? The neighbors all think you can totally do better. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Let us show you how many sexy new alternatives there are. Just waiting for someone like you. You swipe right on a beautiful new design, we install everything in a lovely ceremony, and you and your new garage door live happily ever after. For better, not worse. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come make it right. Maybe I should pick up some flowers on the way home.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Dad, one more horsey ride, please.
This living room rodeo moment made possible by Emory Orthopedics and Spine Center. When Dad needed back surgery, he came to Emory. The difference? Emory's among the highest in patient satisfaction and best surgical outcome rates in the nation. And Emory uses the most advanced research developed by our top surgeons to get Dad's back surgery done right the first time. Giddy up. EmoryHealthcare.org/orthodifference.
Signs of a wet basement, condensation, wet floors and walls, musty smells, mold, rot. Got them? Then you need to call AquaGuard Foundation Solutions. They'll create a plan to keep your basement dry. Visit aquaguard.net and set up a free inspection today.
AquaGuard.
Well, I guess everything that's going on is your mom texted you. She said, are you keeping an eye on my money?
What's going on with this economy? What's happening to the world? Why is the stock market down almost 10%?
You were making the point about you can only have this kind of uncertainty for so long with the market.
Correct. The entire system is built on confidence and stability. The Fed. What is one of their mandates? Well, they have two. One, full employment.
2%.
It's literally called price stability. They don't say we want inflation in check. We want to keep prices down. They don't say that. They say price stability. Because if we have stable prices, then we can make decisions about the future. If we have yo-yo inflation, we can't make rational economic decisions.
So in order...
So what's happening today is that you can make a great argument. We've got to have fair trade in the United States. Our foreign countries are taking advantage of it too long. We got to rectify that. Okay, that's fine. But to do it, what we're seeing as the American people right now, we're seeing the sausage in the middle of a negotiation play out over the course of now a couple months. And we're not built for that.
Yeah, it stresses us out.
And the media
because we don't
makes
usually
it worse.
see that. Yeah,
the media makes it worse. But when you have multiple headlines in a day about tariffs on, tariffs off, tariffs on, delayed, double the tariff. The guys in Canada are now going to surcharge the United States for their electricity. Oh, well, now that's off the table.
Yeah.
You're seeing the sausage made.
How do you plan for the
The
future?
United States consumer, America. We're just not built for that. So now, yes, it's very clear that the administration seems as though they have a much higher tolerance. I mean, if you look at a chart from when Trump was first in office the last time, it's basically straight up and to the right. The market was just, it was a glide path. This time it's the opposite.
Right.
They clearly have a tolerance for markets going down. And you may make the argument, well, you got to break some eggs to change things. You've got to rip the cast off if we're going to do, cut the deficit. The only issue with
you can't break eggs forever. Is the
they're too expensive.
The issue around it is just I think the American people are rapidly saying, wait, what is happening here? And it's mostly about the way things are communicated. And I think that can get
I think he likes the confusion. You're correct. I mean, I think we could have a couple of things hitting each other here. You're correct that markets do not like uncertainty, and I think Trump does. I think he likes putting people.
He's the ultimate game theorist,
right? And so I've said again and again, I don't know if it's going to work or if it's not going to work. I think we won't know for 6 months to a year. But if you want reform like this, there's no other way to do it. I'm not saying I'm endorsing and saying it's going to work. I'm saying if it's going to work, you would have to have a period like this. You could not take an economy that, wouldn't you agree, was becoming more and more too government-centered, too many people working for the government, too many people on this side of the ledger.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
You try to turn that around and turn it more into a private economy. I'm not saying it's going to work, but if it is going to work, there would have to be a moment like this. And the way Elon is going in, it seems like a bit too much, but that's the only way that you could do this if you wanted to do it. Yeah. Otherwise, it's blue ribbon panels and commissions, and we'll do studies, and nothing ever gets done, right?
I completely agree with that.
Could this have happened in previous administrations before the dawn of social media and 24-hour news? We just didn't hear about it.
Well, what he's saying is this stuff happens behind the scenes quite often, but the American people don't have to watch the sausage getting made. And that adds another stressor. If 50% of the economy is simply confidence, stressing out the consumer by showing them all of this stuff they're not usually privy to probably doesn't help the situation.
I think the other thing is that I go back to this thought around economics and confidence, and you go back to the Great Financial Crisis, and we had 7-8% unemployment, and that was pretty brutal, right? That was a terrible, terrible economy. I also remember that trying to understand or understanding that it wasn't just the 8% of people that were unemployed that threw us into a massive recession. It was the other 92%.
Yes.
That were also worried. They're all worried about everyone. Yeah. They were all worried about their jobs. So it's not so much that we're going to see less. We're going to see 100,000, 200, 300,000 less government workers. It's the worry from the federal government down to the state employee that's saying, wait a minute, hey, is my job safe? Now I'm uncertain. Now my confidence goes down.
So I'm not buying.
Now I spend less.
And I'm spending less because I don't know. Maybe I am on one of these lists. Maybe I am going to be let go very soon. Yes, Jared Yamamoto. Thank you for raising your hand.
I just want to ask a very simple
question.
question.
So very, very nice of you.
Well, I just want to ask a very simple question about the tariffs because I think the objective gets lost here. The objective that Trump is trying to do with the tariffs, and correct me if I'm wrong here because I'm just asking the question, from my understanding, is he's trying to get more manufacturing and more businesses to be built in America. Headquartered in America. But by doing these tariffs and being so erratic like you're talking about, Wes, I mean, you can't just build a new HQ in the United States in
you can say you're going to. You can say you're going to. You could announce your intention that the money's going in that direction.
But wouldn't the company would still get tariffed as long as it's still located?
Who knows with Trump? If you sign a thing that says in 2026 you're building a factory here, maybe you get a carve out. Who knows?
Right. I mean, that is the objective.
That's what you're saying, though.
I think what Jared's asking a very relevant question, which is just it's lead time. Right. So can you really have uncertainty for this long, knowing that even if we do bring manufacturing jobs back in the heartland, how long does that take to come to fruition? And that is not a 6-month thing. That's a multi-year.
Right.
It could be 2, 3, 5 years, depending on the kind of plant you're building. And then how many jobs really come back for that? I don't disagree with wanting to I want trade to be fair. I want the United States to stand up to unfair trade practices around the world. It would just be, I think that we as a population, because Tim, what you were saying, the way that social media makes every little decision now a headline,
and every victim is going to have a day.
If there was less of the erratic headline that we're seeing over the last couple of months, I think we could get to the same point we need with a more defined
Let's
plan.
get to what Trump, I believe, really believes, and that is that if you call it playing chicken with other countries of the world, I think he believes that you need my 330 million potential customers. And he believes, now this is what we're going to find out. He believes, number one, that that's something that previous administrations have not taken into account, not used the leverage that they can walk away, but they're walking away from 330 million potential customers who are Americans who are taught from the day they're born to consume. To consume. And so that when I say we won't know for 6 months or a year, and we won't know if it works until we know if it did or it didn't, I believe ultimately that's what's in his mind. I can play chicken with Canada and Mexico and Germany and France and all of these places because ultimately I've got the 330 million potential customers. Will that work? I don't know, but I think that's where he's coming from more than anything.
I think you would be right, and he is the kind of guy that knows how to do that. He knows what he has. He knows how to leverage it, and I think that that's why he was voted in. That's why he won.
Right. And
the question
doesn't mean it's going to work. I'm just trying to explain his thought process.
But the question will be, how much tolerance does the administration have for an eroding confidence? We just got National Retail Federation numbers the other day. Down in February, down in January, a little bit. Down in February, a little bit. Year over year, still up, consumer spending. But if we go 6 months in a row with a declining consumer, I think at some point, I don't think that there's a Trump put to this market, like a floor. But I think at some point, if it creeps into the sentiment and to the polling, maybe we get some just more clarity around. I think that's all.
I'm thinking. To me, it reminds me of, and I'm older than you by quite a few years, I believe.
Not by much.
At least 10 to 11 to 12 or 13 years, I believe. I'm 60.
Okay, yeah.
You're not out of your 40s.
That's
Come
true.
on.
Still hanging on.
It reminds me of the stay the course period of Reagan's first term, when Paul, what was his name? That was the head of the Fed at the time.
Volcker.
Yeah. And they kind of they just immediately went at the economy, and they were like, it's going to hurt at first. I remember at Halloween, Reagan standing behind a pumpkin, stay the course was carved into the pumpkin. This was a big deal because the economy stunk at first, but then he was elected
again.
Wildly. I think he won every state except for Mondale's home state and D.C. because the economy was flourishing. And so that, at least in hopes for the administration, that's got to be what they're thinking. We're doing the same thing. We're breaking it at first. It's going to be tough for a while, but they need all of this to be showing by the midterms or they'll be in big trouble.
Absolutely do.
Alex Williams says there are brake lights on 285 in DeKalb.
Yeah, they filled in pretty quick this afternoon, Eric. 285 east and southbound jammed in starting at Georgia 400, passing Spaghetti Junction as you make the southbound commute through Tucker into Clarkston. Hero clearing a stall out of the right lane of the 285 eastbound interloop ramp right there in Spaghetti Junction to I-85 northbound. 285 westbound, the delays start right around Ashford Dunwoody Road. It stays slow over to I-75 in Cobb County. Then you'll be on and off the brakes the whole way through Smyrna Vinings down to I-20, the West Freeway. We found some trouble on I-20, Andrew Seco.
That we have, still dealing with those left lanes blocked out. 20 westbound at Gresham Road, exit 62. Bit of a tap of the brakes as you're leaving Panthersville, but the big one, we may need to issue a travel advisory for this terrible ride through Mableton out to Lithia Springs, crashing a right lane. 20 westbound at Thornton Road all the way back towards 285. You may want to use Highway 78 as an alternate. This is sponsored by 5 Hour Energy. Daylight savings time is here, losing 1 hour of sleep. 5 Hour Energy has your solution. Limited 1 hour energy shots, a tiny version to help you conquer the time change. Visit 5hourenergy.com/DSP WST for more. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
When the news matters to you.
The FAA says the flight crew was reporting possible smoke in the flight deck.
95.5 WSB has you covered.
Beef prices are going up.
Your 24/7 news source.
They had no ties to a gang, but they were killed by
When
them.
you need the story, all you need to do is listen. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's breaking news station.
Hey y'all, Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care, and I'm not going to cry in this commercial, I hope. As many of you know, I lost both my parents recently, but I am so thankful they were able to finish their lives at home where they wanted to be. It's all because of the incredible caregivers who came to see them every day. I am so grateful to Four Seasons Home Care. This is a real family-owned company that vets and hires every single one of their caregiving specialists. They don't have contractors. They're not some national corporation. They are simply the best here in Georgia. And a lot of you have asked me about my journey and if home care is right for your aging parents. I'll tell you what I tell them. Call Four Seasons Home Care and just start the conversation. It's a 100% free call that can change everything. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
It's essential, complicated, and if it breaks, you could have a disgusting mess. Hi, I'm Shannon, owner of Scorpion Septic, and the experts you hear on the Home Fix-It Show. Slow drains, gurgling sounds, or pooling water and odors in the yard? Don't ignore these symptoms. Call us today.
Take the sting out of septic service with Scorpion Septic, where there is never a pump out charge with your repair. Call for more information.
ScorpionSepticServices.com. Have you ever really thought about the service companies you use? These are the folks you trust to do things for your home and in your home you just can't do for yourself. Like taking care of your heating and air conditioning systems. This is Scott Slade, and this is where Ragsdale Heating and Air really stands out to me. I know you can trust them to take care of all your HVAC, plumbing, and electrical needs like they do for me. You can see it for yourself in thousands of reviews at a 4.9 Google rating. It's easy to schedule your visit online at ragsdaleair.com or call them. Ragsdale, the name I know you can trust.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches, like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 35% off. Plus, kids sail free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
When it rains, it pours right into your crawl space, and that creates that musty smell and dangerous mold growth under your house. Meteorologist Christina Upwards here for American Crawl Space Solutions. Make the smell and the water go away and stop the water from coming back. Call American Crawl Space Solutions. They're experts at keeping your crawl space dry and preventing the mold from growing in your home. Give them a call today.
American Crawl Space Solutions. Foundations too.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Paid for by Estella's Pharma.
To wrap up this hour of Wes Moss, I guess we should bring it all back home. Your job in life is to help people have happier retirements. So obviously, whether this is only going on for the moment, it's going to be a few months, a year, less, everything going on with the economy now because of Trump's ideas and what's going on. Obviously, if you happen to be retiring right now, it's not a good thing, right?
Look, I think.
Or have you been thinking about that for the last few years and been protecting?
People don't decide to retire. It's not a quick decision. It's something that people plan for. They think about it for years. They plan for it for years. And even if you're not a real planner, you still think about it for a long time. So it's not as though you just flip a switch. Now, in some cases, people are forced to. They get pushed out of their job earlier than they thought.
Or a health reason.
And that too, and family reasons, et cetera. So the reality is that investing is more than just the stock market. It comes back to having a clear direction and a plan. And typically that plan will give you a lot of confidence because you know how to invest to get to it. And it doesn't necessarily always involve the stock market. It can be certainly a portion, and that's where the biggest gains have come over time. And almost everybody I work with has a decent to significant percentage in equity markets, but then there's fixed income. There are other areas of the marketplace. There's real estate. There are energy pipeline companies that can together provide a whole lot more stability so that you're not at the mercy of the market being up or down 2, 3, 4% in a day.
And I take it if you're looking over 10, if you're saying like, in 10 years I want to retire, then obviously as you get 4 years out, you're starting to change your portfolio up, or even 5, 6 years out to protect yourself against this exact thing happening. The day you want to retire, the economy just not looking good.
Depending on your goals and your risk tolerance, right? Some people are okay with a portfolio being down 10% in a matter of a couple of weeks. But your tolerance for that wanes as you get closer to retirement, and you want more balance. And you might want more steady income from a portfolio. And that's the process that people go through over time so that they can feel comfortable and still sleep well at night.
All right, Wes Moss, tell people how they can get more Wes Moss.
Still easy to do so. You can find me and our team at Your Wealth. That's Y-O-U-R, yourwealth.com.
And season 2 now playing on Amazon Prime
boy.
of The Apprentice. I don't know how his face could look any younger than it does now, but it will because it's 20 years ago. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Wes Moss. Alex Williams says there's trouble on I-20 in Lithia Springs.
Yeah, it involves this big rig crash. It's I-20 westbound, right at Thornton Road, exit 44. It is in the right lane. You're stacked up almost back to I-285, and that's just going to add to delays coming out of West Atlanta. Now in DeKalb County, we've been dealing with this crash. I-20 westbound, Gresham Flat Shoals, exit number 63. They got most of the cars off to the right, waiting on them to clear one more out of the HOV lane. No need for an alternate there. Eastbound delays, though, they're in full force through the work zone in DeKalb. I-20 east from 285 out to Panola Road, exit 71. Hasn't been any fun to the northern suburbs, Andrew Seco.
No, it has not. And watching new trouble rolling through Dunwoody, left lane stall forward to northbound, approaching Northridge Road, exit 6. Those delays backing all the way back past 285. Might be time to hop on Highway 9, save you a little bit of time here. Trouble cleared off the 285 east ramp to 85 northbound. That stall's gone, but they're still out there on that left shoulder with earlier trouble. 85 northbound, approaching Jimmy Carter Boulevard, exit 99. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage on any age, system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, Belinda here with Dr. Ashraf from Atlanta Vision Institute to talk about a new procedure, permanent contact lenses. This is a game changer, isn't it, Dr. Ashraf?
It is for some people. This is an implantable Collamer lens. It's been around for a while, but this new technology is amazing. This is really good for people who in the past weren't candidates for LASIK. And remember, LASIK's been around for over 20 years. Technology is always advancing. So this lens is a quick procedure. We do it in the office. Vision recovers very quickly. You're back to work the next day. LASIK, it causes an inducement of dry eyes. This does not.
Ooh.
And unlike your contacts, there's no maintenance on this. There is nothing. You get up and go. It is permanent now. In the future, if you do need to remove it, we can remove it.
Oh, that's tremendous. Folks, is this something you're interested in to better your vision? Go to lensatlanta.com. That's LENS Atlanta.com.
Welcome to Take 5 Oil Change.
Thanks. Got my seat cushion, crossword puzzle, and can't forget the hand sanitizer. Okay, show me the waiting room.
No need for all that. You can stay in your car.
I'll stay in my car? Get out.
Yep, you stay in. It'll just be 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Get out.
Go ahead, sit back and relax.
Well, I guess I'll save all this for the DMV. If only they took 10 minutes, am I right? I'm sorry.
Take 5. The stay in your car 10-minute oil change.
If you're seeing cracks in the walls upstairs, downstairs, or outside, maybe even a door not closing, call the Foundation Repair Specialist. Hi, it's Mark Beckham here with Atlanta Ramjack, and we are your leading foundation repair experts. Set up your free estimate right now at atlantaramjack.com.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing, must-visit shops. And how healthcare offices become the data managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business. Powering possibilities.
Now through May 4th, new customers can get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $69 a month for 24 months. And ask how to get free installation on qualifying bundles. Plus, find out how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra. After 24 months, regular rates apply.
Unbeatable offers meet unmatched luxury at Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Shop their inventory today and enjoy Lexus owner perks like complimentary Starbucks and their airport concierge service. Drive home in your dream Lexus. Shop online at butlerlexusoftsouthatlanta.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by QC Kinetics. Our top local story, guilty on all counts. WSB's Veronica Waters reports live. A DeKalb County jury reaches guilty verdicts today in the murders of a brother and sister more than 3 decades ago.
Yeah, Caiaccio, in the end, it's been a swift conclusion to a murder trial 35 years in the making. The jury deliberates less than 3 hours before convicting Kenneth Perry on all 14 counts in the 1990 double slayings of siblings Pamela and John Sumter and Pamela's rape. It happened in July 1990 at an apartment complex on Tree Hills Parkway.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Kenneth Perry, guilty.
Pamela was able to give police a description of the suspect once they arrived, and she told police that she thought her brother had been stabbed to death next door in the apartment. Police were told that she knew that her brother had brought the man from Detroit to their apartment. In a surprise move, Perry took the stand in his own defense on Monday, but it did not sway the jury. Again, they've convicted him on all counts. The judge is set to go ahead with sentencing next Tuesday. However, the victim's mother, who has been in ill health, will make her victim impact statement today. Reporting live, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
73 degrees in Atlanta, sunny, and 75 tomorrow. When does a strong storm system move in? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. An accused homeless tent slasher is arrested.
It was just by chance that police were able to catch the man they say was caught on video slashing tents in the old Wheat Street Northeast homeless encampment. They say deputies recognized 42-year-old Daniel Barnett when he was at the Fulton County Courthouse for another case. Deputies say Barnett is a security guard near the camp, the same camp where a city public works vehicle ran over and killed a homeless man in his tent. Barnett faces damage to property and reckless conduct charges. Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
Ukraine accepts the terms of a 30-day ceasefire deal with Russia in a deal brokered by the U.S. CBS News military consultant Jeff McCausland says it's a good first step toward a possible truce.
This announcement clearly shifts the dynamics in the conflict by at least beginning a path towards negotiations and also placing pressure on Moscow to make concessions. It will likely be applauded by our European allies as well.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the ball is now in Russia's court. President Trump says he sees signs of tariffs. He sees signs his tariffs are working.
We're the biggest, we're the best, and I'm very optimistic. I have to tell you, I'm very optimistic.
The president says the tariffs are all about bringing jobs and manufacturing back to the U.S. Wall Street remains jittery about the impact of tariffs. The Dow drops another 478 points today. The NASDAQ and S&P also lose ground. Residents flee for their lives as a Union City apartment building goes up in flames.
I opened the door
and the entire breezeway is lit on fire. The whole thing is ablaze. It was a complete inferno.
He's talking to Channel 2 Action News after escaping the flames at the Evergreen Commons Apartments on Highway 138. All residents get out safely. A new kind of emergency alert for missing people with autism is approved by the Georgia House.
The legislation adds autism to the eligible conditions to issue a Maddie's Call, now used for missing adults with Alzheimer's. Autism advocate Rita Young has 2 grown sons on the spectrum and tells me this is needed.
Individuals with autism have greater risk at elopement. Lots of children with autism have an attraction to water that can prove to be dangerous.
The alert would also include guidance for law enforcement on how to handle a person with autism. The bill now awaits final passage in the Senate. From the state capitol, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
A budget that includes millions for school safety initiatives and mental health services for students passes the Georgia House nearly unanimously.
I've made no secret about this budget. Things are tight.
Appropriations Committee Chairman Matt Hatchett says more than $37 million in the budget allocates millions to improve wages and staffing at the state's prisons. The measure now goes to the state Senate. It is now 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, triple team traffic. Here is Alex Williams.
Some better news for our commuters on Georgia 400 northbound heading towards Sandy Springs. Looks like that left lane stall has cleared 400 north before Northridge exit 6, but still slow right back toward the Glen Ridge connector. Traffic troopers also reporting new trouble 75 northbound in Marietta between the South and North Marietta Parkways. We are going to check on that. Bad news in Hall County right now. Looks like all lanes are going to be shut down with a bad crash. 985 and northbound before Highway 53 exit 16. Southbound still in recovery mode out of Gainesville from an earlier brush fire that's cleared in the same area. Best bet is to use Highway 13 as an alternate to avoid that jam. Howard looking through downtown, Andrew Seco.
Nothing but brake lights north and south on the downtown connector. Alex looking all jammed up with the volume 75-85 north and south. You're slow from East Point through the heart of downtown all the way up past Midtown. Traveling south on 85, the trouble starts just south of 400, feeling the pinch all the way back into Buckhead. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta Homes. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies this evening, sunset around 7:45. Temperatures will be in the mid-60s at that time, eventually cooling into the mid-40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, sunshine, high 75. The clouds return on Thursday, along with a few isolated rain showers and thunderstorms, high 68. Friday, mostly cloudy, high 72. Watching a strong storm system move into the southeast this weekend. It'll bring a line of heavy rain and thunderstorms to metro Atlanta late Saturday night into Sunday morning. These storms will be capable of damaging wind gusts as well as tornadoes, so continue to monitor the weather situation for this weekend.
75 in Roswell, 74 in Union City, and 72 in Loganville. More news at 5:30, breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now.
I really like when Eric Von Hessler straight up denies the Lion King's Hamlet backbone, and in recanting all the major plot points, recreates the major moments of said movie. Current time is 16:53.
Or play.
Eastern Daylight Savings Time.
Thank you.
75 degrees.
Wasn't written as a movie.
It was.
It's not written as a movie.
We talk about.
Can I hear that again? I want to hear that one more time.
I really like when Eric Von Hessler straight up denies the Lion King's Hamlet backbone, and in
straight up
recanting all the major plot points.
I've never seen The Lion King.
The major moments of said movie.
Okay, stop for a second. This is annoying to me. If you went back and listened, I would have said, I would have said something like that. Is that true? Because I didn't know. I've never seen The Lion King.
You and I both were like, no.
But I wasn't denying it because I'd never seen The Lion King.
That's a little pushback.
I definitely push back.
Yeah,
if
you
he has
def-
anybody to say it to, it's me.
Yeah, this guy should be talking to you, not me.
Yeah.
I didn't deny
Hamlet
a
is
damn
definitely
thing.
Lion-
I don't remember denying a damn thing.
Lion King is a kid's adaptation of Hamlet.
But there's so much that happens in Hamlet that doesn't happen in Lion King.
Well,
so
he
it could
said
be like,
it's a kid's
Are
thing,
there
you know?
lions in Hamlet?
There are no lions.
Oh, okay.
Yes, there's no lions.
All
Yeah,
right.
scars in there.
I didn't know. I'm ignorant.
May have been
Rafiki is
known
a
as the
jerk.
Lion of Denmark. I don't know. It just annoys me that people don't know how to listen to the radio. It really does. Well, I can't do it. I'd like to teach the world to sing, but I can't. I don't have the time. Well, shouldn't it be easy to listen to people on the radio and know what the hell they're... When did I ever deny I don't think I did. I was just kind of.
You pushed back a little.
I may have
You
pushed
should
back a little bit.
go back
I
a
mean,
little bit, 'cause I
I've never
really do
seen The
think-
Lion King.
movie. I'm an adult. I don't.
Right, that's right. I'm not a
I
creep.
really think that you might have actually said, "No, it's not," like that.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Autumn's got it.
I may have done that, but I mean, by the end of the whole thing, I was like, "Was that true? Is that real?" Because
That's
I've never
true.
seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't deserve this fellow, this fellow and his vitriol.
I really like when Eric Von Hessler straight up denies the Lion King's Hamlet backbone.
Kevin Kinney. Kind of a younger. Maybe there's a younger. Maybe it's the.
He's gaslighting you.
Yeah,
Devin
possibly.
Kinney. Yeah, Devin Kinney. His cousin.
He does. He just kind of sounds like a character in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I really like it when Eric he does that. I really do. I really like when Eric straight up denies. First of all, you're lying. You wouldn't like that. That's number one. Number two, Eric did not straight up deny a damn thing. And number three, get a new bong or change the water. It'll help with the. Yeah.
Is that what it is? You
Gotta
need
change the
fresh
water.
every
Gotta
day?
change the water. What are you doing? The water, you would pull a bong out, been there for a week, and you're just gonna go ahead. Come on, have some self-respect.
Isn't a bong
like
a
Hamlet.
kid's device for marijuana consumption? A bong is like a kid.
Okay, water pipe. Is that classy?
No, the physical device.
Yeah.
It's just, I got a bong.
Yeah. It's kind of like, yeah, but I don't know. I mean, an adult could
Do you
have
have
nice-
a bong?
No. Ask me if I have a water pipe.
Do you have a water pipe?
Maybe.
Okay. A little one or a big gorilla
No, of
glass
course. What
that
do
you
think
fill with
I have?
ice?
Some kind
Let's
of-
get high.
I think I have one of those things that it goes all the way up the stairs.
That way you don't get up.
No, as I've gotten older, I've tried to shift a lot of this to my liver from my
You're a
lungs.
gummy man.
Yeah.
That's good.
I figured the liver can take up the last few years of my life.
It's good
I
to
mean,
shift.
how many years do I have left, for heaven's sakes?
40
Please, no.
on this stage.
I don't want to be 98. I don't think I do.
On the air?
Well, no, I'm not going to be Paul McCartney.
You will definitely get a plaque if you stay here till you're 98. He wouldn't leave.
Live from the heart of Atlanta, Georgia.
Where are we?
No, I'm not gonna do that to the audience.
still haven't watched Lion King because I'm not a child.
It's not like Hamlet.
I've still not seen The Sopranos. One day.
You said you watched it.
I watched some of them because my wife rewatched the whole thing when she was, because of the spinal stuff. So she had to, watch TV for a couple of months.
Was it her 15th rewatch like I've done?
No, I think it was her second full
Oh, okay.
watch of it. And I saw a few episodes in there. And it is,
It's a good show.
I don't know. Yeah, I did. The Sopranos?
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out it's a pretty
People
good
do
show.
like
Yeah,
it.
it's a pretty good show. It's a pretty good show.
Yeah,
You get-
it's all right.
Nobody knows what happens at the end.
Everybody knows what happens at the end.
Yeah, they whack the audience.
It's supposed to be ... question
not.
mark.
Yes, it
It's
is.
not.
Eric's
Yes,
right.
it is. I'm right.
No,
I
it's
haven't seen
not.
it, but I'm right. Did you see it?
Yes,
Well,
of
you're
course
wrong.
I saw it.
Take it from someone who hasn't seen it. You're wrong.
Okay. All right then.
You're
I guess You're
wrong.
a man.
The audience gets whacked. End of story. When a record's over, you don't think, oh, I wonder what happened after that last song.
The audience gets whacked. What do you
Yes,
mean? Like
that's-
everybody listening is killed? Everybody watching is killed?
It cuts to black.
Yeah.
And they tell you earlier in that
Spoiler.
season that when it happens, you don't really see it. It's just David Chase saying to the audience, okay, it's done. You're gone.
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
he's.
No,
what?
he's not.
Are
He's
you
not
insane?
killed.
Oh, you're saying.
Are you trying
Do
to
you
make
know
me
what you're saying?
I know
mad?
exactly what I'm saying.
Autumn, do you know what he's saying?
I thought this since
Yes,
the beginning.
I know what he's saying.
Autumn,
He's
do you know what
saying
you're
absolutely
saying?
I know what I'm saying.
Do you know what I'm
He's saying?
saying?
The wrong thing is what he's saying.
No.
He's what you're saying is what he's saying is wrong. Not that he's saying the wrong thing. Those are two different things.
Oh yeah, sure. He's saying he is wrong.
It's a TV show adaptation.
Wait a minute. You're saying that he's saying that he's wrong?
I'm correct.
That's not what she's saying.
Well, she's wrong.
No, you're wrong. Are you just? I feel like you're doing this.
I am not
to
gaslighting
mess
you.
with me.
I think that the cut to black was just, hey, it's done. Goodbye.
Spoiler alert. Some people
Yeah.
haven't seen the last episode
Well,
of The Sopranos.
it was 20 years ago almost. 18
Well,
years
so
ago.
what?
You're a
Citizen
jerk.
Kane
Rosebud.
was. Yeah, don't you
How
wanna
dare
tell
you,
people
Tim?
what
It's a
Rosebud is?
sled.
Tony
Tony
gets- oh my
No,
God.
the guy comes out of the bathroom and kills Tony with a
m-
sled.
Oh yeah, right.
With with a rosebud.
With a wife that did it also.
What a
brother.
jerk!
And he killed him.
Only
Spoiler,
a
Tim.
jerk
I just
spoils
started watching.
Citizen Kane.
I just watched Citizen Kane. Autumn, you're wrong. You know I'm right.
I didn't see Citizen
I am
Kane till
so
86.
mad at you right now. This is crazy.
Autumn,
What?
Tim has told me to tell you to pipe down, boobs.
Yeah.
Hey! All right, I guess I have to legally.
Yes.
That's the rules.
That's the rules.
If you have boobs.
If he says pipe down boobs, you know, you want to go to jail, or are you just going to do it?
No, I don't.
Nobody wants
Remember,
to go to jail.
Okay,
Autumn, a couple years ago, I learned while at the big radio awards, the Marconi Awards, that you are more than a laugh track. Women are more than laugh tracks on radio shows.
Don't get her head exploding. She's a laugh
Is that
track
what they
to
said
me.
there?
Yeah.
You are more than that was one of the seminars.
And you
You're
know what
more
that
than a laugh
means?
track.
You know what that means? If a corporation is saying so, that means that's what exactly what you. We don't want to admit that we hire women to just be laugh tracks. That's what that means. That's what it means.
She's the voice of reason.
Yeah, we don't want to admit that she's here just to go, oh, come on.
Uh-huh.
Bring it
Guys,
out.
that's mean.
That's mean. So,
I'm more insulted that someone needs to say that.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You should be. You should be. In the year 20, what year was this? It wasn't
Whatever.
20 even. It was,
This
yeah, it
was
was.
2018, 2019? Not
Yeah,
too long ago.
2018.
That's too long ago.
Yeah.
Maybe they've changed their minds.
Maybe.
They're like, you know what? Women are just a laugh track.
Far as I'm
And
concerned.
just something to look at.
You need eye candy on that program.
We need a reason for women to allow their boyfriends and husbands to listen. Do you not understand how this works? Got to have a lady's voice on there so that just at the point that the guy who's one of these guys who loves the radio show, but he also will do what he's told if the girl is good looking enough. You see, we have to know this. And we have to know that just before the lady says, that's enough fart jokes, I want to listen to the Burt Show, then Autumn says something like,
Guys.
the voice. Okay, I guess these fellas are okay. At least there's a chick there to keep them straight.
Exactly.
Not working.
I meant on the straight and narrow.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
Oh.
I don't know where you people.
Yeah.
What do you mean, you people?
You people. I mean you people. You people. That's what I mean. You and yours. How dare you and your people question me? You know what I'm talking about, Autumn. I'm talking about those damn kids of yours who are always agreeing with you and disagreeing with me.
Bob, I think Tony Soprano did get shot at the bar.
Uh-oh, now.
Get out. You live in the river now.
Mom, Hamlet's definitely an adaptation of
No,
Lion
it's
King.
not. Get out of my house.
All right, that's definitely not true. It's not possible that Hamlet
Excuse me,
comes from
backwards.
Lion
Okay,
King.
okay.
What if you had a time machine?
Yeah, have you seen it? You haven't.
Yeah, you don't know.
Okay.
Hey, look, don't start putting a time machine in there. I don't even believe Shakespeare was Shakespeare. Now you add a time machine?
Rafiki
We're completely confused.
Rafiki did some weird ish with that
John
tree.
Teeter.
May have happened.
Nobody knows. Trump, you know. Shakespeare wasn't Shakespeare. It's all a
Just
big
say
lie.
stuff,
It's
Jared.
a lot of
Say
poems,
ish.
weird schemes and
yeah.
rhymes, a lot of gender bending.
We don't know who he was, though, right? It's a big story.
They both died, whatever.
I saw somebody talking the other day. It's like, and we do know he was Shakespeare. I'm like, well, how? Do you know something I don't know? Because everything I know might as well be a tall tale. Yeah, he went to that school. Any records? No, they didn't keep records. Okay, so nothing is real. To quote the great John Lennon. Alex Williams says there's a car fire on 75 in Marietta.
We are watching that one right now on the Jam Cam, Eric, and Fire Department has the right lane blocked, 75 northbound, just past the South 120 loop exit 263, also blocking the end of the on-ramp from South Marietta Parkway, so cars jumping over through the Gore to make their way on to 75 northbound. You're already slow back before Delk Road. Traveling on 400 northbound, still in recovery mode out of Sandy Springs. Earlier stall cleared from the left lane, 400 northbound before Northridge. And if you're traveling up toward Flowery Branch and Oakwood, we have a bad crash, 985 northbound before Highway 53, exit 16. Just a right lane is open. You're slow before Spout Springs Road. You can use Highway 30. 13 as an alternate. Been keeping our eyes on trouble on I-20, Andrew Seco.
That we have. We're still slowing and going as you leave 285 on the west side. Crash still in that right lane, rather. 220 westbound at Thornton Road, exit 44. Delays all the way back towards the perimeter. Might be time to use Highway 78 as a fast track. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
The morning rush hour, the evening rush hour, and everything in between.
Slow spots are starting to build up the east side perimeter on 285 North.
Tune in 24/7 with the Triple Team Traffic
We've
Center.
had several breakdowns, including one in the express lane.
Your source for Atlanta's traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed. Chris, with all the things we're reading, seeing, and living through these days, from rate cuts, election season, and now a new administration, now seems like a great time to make sure we have that comprehensive plan in place. You know, the one that covers all our financial bases.
There are occasions throughout the year where I feel like it's critical for people to engage their financial lives and get the information that they deserve from a financial advisory team. And this is one of those times, to be quite frank. So we ask that you call us if you have a minimum of $500,000 in your full portfolio. But we're going to do away with that minimum so that those folks can have an equal opportunity to understand what's in their portfolio as well. Now, you have to have some money, right? I can't help you to build your wealth at work, right? But I sure can help, I believe, with your 401k, IRA management. There's probably 2 or 3 things that'll surprise you that you may want to take action on. So the next 10 people that call in will work up either a portfolio x-ray, or if you feel like you need a full retirement plan, go to unleashyourmoney.com, click on portfolio x-ray, or click on full retirement plan. We think you'll be impressed enough, and we want you to become a client. There's no question about it. We believe that we are a very competent fiduciary advisory team, and we want to offer that to our listeners. Let Hoffman Financial Group actually show you how we perform, and I believe we perform at the pinnacle of this industry.
Call the Hoffman Financial Group at 404-737-3858, 404-737-3858, or online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
Termites have your home in their sights. Dave Baker here for Breda Pest Management. If you want to stop termites, then you want a complete barrier of protection around your home, not some random bait station. Plus, if your current termite service only inspects the outside of your home, how do you know that the inside of your home is termite-free? Only Breda inspects and protects the outside and inside. Plus, with Breda, your termite rate is locked in for 10 years.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
For over 25 years, you've counted on All Four Seasons for garage and entry doors. But we also specialize in replacement windows with a lifetime warranty. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors. Enhance your home's energy efficiency and curb appeal with a wide range of quality window options, backed by unparalleled service and craftsmanship. From garage doors to entry doors to windows, for every opening of your home, we've got you covered. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 seasonsgarages.com.
If you've been thinking about selling your home this year, now is the time. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. When you receive a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, there's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Our guaranteed offer keeps you in control. One of our clients, BR, said, Mark Spain Real Estate sold my home within 30 days. I definitely recommend them to my friends and family. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. and find out what your guaranteed offer would be. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
It's Eric. Are you thinking of adding value to your house, or just you want more convenience and more comfort in your kitchen? Frugal Kitchens can get you one of those $1 million home kitchens at a fraction of the cost. They want to talk to you about how you can go through their process, get your new dream kitchen up and going, and you can be cooking in 5 days from the start of construction and get 18 months no interest financing available. It's what Christy and I have done. Life happens in your kitchen, and Frugal Kitchens can put you in a great one. FrugalKitchens.com.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
Well, look, people are stupid. What do you want? Stupid or ignorant? I don't know. You know, most people, George Clark, do not even realize that the reason it's called a W is because it's 2 U's smushed together. Most people don't recognize that. So how are you going to talk to people? I'd like to know, George Clark.
You know, your Einstein dilemma.
That's right. Everyone else is a effing idiot. It's the Einstein dilemma. That's exactly what's going on here. You know what? I may be like Einstein-like in some ways, but I think he would have done the word of the day by now. We haven't. So why don't we just pivot to doing that?
Out of there, George.
It's coming right.
Word of the day.
Sobriquet.
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 A word that I'm sure everybody has heard. So let's go around the horn here. Tim Andrews, you know what sobriquet means?
Yes, I do.
Okay, then stop. Jared Yamamoto.
I don't think I know what this one means.
Autumn Fisher.
Can you spell it, please?
I will spell it, and I'll also let you know that it is a noun. S-O-B R-I-Q-U-E-T.
Sobriquet.
Sobriquet. George Clark?
It's French.
Some type of weapon or staff or something of that nature.
Does sound like that.
Yeah.
It does sound like that. But I think Tim Andrews knows, so I'm going to let Tim
Wait,
Andrews.
you just told me.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you
just
some
told me how
time.
to spell it, but you didn't tell me I could try and guess it.
You just laugh.
You can try to.
Why don't you guess
Hold on.
first?
Speaking to Autumn in her own language. You can try to guess it if you want
Because
to.
you just asked. I just wanted to spell it. I wanted to guess too.
Can I
That's the
please
part.
try to guess the word?
Please, Tim, will you hang out with me?
All right.
The boyfriend and the girlfriend.
Get out of here.
All right.
Shut up, I'm trying
Sobriquet.
to
What's
watch
it
things in the
mean?
room. Smoke. I don't know.
Nobody knows what you guys are referencing. Your long lost love.
Sobriquet.
I love you too.
So much. So much.
All right. What do you think sobriquet means?
I was gonna, if it had been earlier, I was gonna give a gag answer, but I don't know. What
Oh, you don't know what it
I
means.
was gonna say it's
The plot
charcoal.
thickens.
Oh, sobriquet was going to be charcoal.
Yes, but too much time passed.
Do you know
now.
this is one of those
Sobriquet.
words that is way too fancy for what it means? Way too fancy.
What does it mean? Like ain't?
Sobriquet
Sobriquet.
is a nickname.
What? That's it?
That's it.
Oh.
It's a nickname.
I knew that.
Sobriquet.
Doesn't it sound like it would be something just
Yes.
way more
Yes,
fancy and
cool.
more important? Well,
Sobriquet.
is a nickname, and the host has to use it before 7 p.m. in a natural and organic sentence.
So your sobriquet would be EVH, right?
I guess that's kind of a nickname for me.
Yeah.
Sobriquet.
My mom used to call me S for brains.
That's
That
a
was
better
her
one.
sobriquet for
Oh,
me.
Does
Sobriquet.
that count? You just
Huh?
use it in a sentence. Does that work?
Get it out of the way. Ring the bell.
Come on, Eric. Get it. Ring
You'll forget.
Just ring the damn bell and let's move on, huh? My mother's sobriquet for me was S for brains.
Sobriquet.
Hey, S for
Sobriquet.
brains, get in here. And being a dutiful son, I would. Oh, you want to give some stuff away?
Yeah, let's
do that. Let's be cool. 2 tickets to see Blackberry Smoke with Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs on Saturday, August 9th at Synovus Bank Amphitheater at Chastain Park. Be caller number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets go on sale this Friday, March 14th at livenation.com. Alex Williams says there are brake lights through downtown.
Yeah, it is very slow through downtown this afternoon, Eric. The brake lights start on 400 southbound as you make the commute out of Buckhead just south of Lennox Road. 75 southbound, you're slow. Approaching Howell Mill Northside Drive, exit 252, and staying jammed up down to I-20. Connector northbound slows from University Avenue up past I-20. Speaking of 20 westbound, on and off the brakes, out of downtown, passing Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, and that lingering big rig trouble still in the right lane in Lithia Springs. 20 westbound at Thornton Road, exit 44. Had our share of troubles to the northern suburbs, Andrew Seco.
That we have. Keep an eye on travel advisory number 1. Vehicle fire in the right lanes through Cobb County, 75 north at the South Loop, exit 263. You want to use Highway 41 to get around that. And travel advisory number 2 as you're rolling closer towards Gainesville. Crash, we are back open, but only that right lane is 985 northbound, Highway 53. Avoid that area as well. Take Highway 13. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, Dave Baker here. Let's talk garage doors. Your garage door. Is it too loud or letting air in around the frame? Overhead Door Company of Atlanta will make it all better. In March only, they will perform their full 26-task garage door tune-up for just $79, and just in March. That's just $79 for up to 3 garage doors and openers. You need this done once a year anyway, so why not now and for just $79? Schedule now at overheaddooratlanta.com.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing, must-visit shops. And how healthcare offices become the data managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business, powering possibilities.
Now through May 4th, new customers can get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $69 a month for 24 months. And ask how to get free installation on qualifying bundles. Plus, find out how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra. After 24 months, regular rates apply.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Hi, it's Tim Andrews. I needed some work done on my roof. I'd heard about FGA Roofing on the station, so I called them. If you're in the market for a new roof or repair, give them a call. Mention Tim Andrews and get $1,000 off a new roof. Use your good credit to get 0% interest. Search FGA Roofing today.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio, news sponsored by Overhead Door Company of Atlanta. Our top story, President Trump today defending his tariffs.
We've been treated very unfairly by Canada. We've been treated very unfairly by Mexico.
The president says he sees signs the tariffs are working. He says they were all about bringing jobs and manufacturing back to the U.S. Investors, though, continue to worry about the impact of tariffs on the economy. The Dow plunging another 478 points today. The S&P is down 42. The NASDAQ falls 32 points. And airlines, including Atlanta-based Delta, worry about the impact an economic slowdown may have on travel.
A decline in travel stocks on Tuesday, causing a lot of concern among economists. Both Delta and American Airlines slashed their profit forecast on weakening domestic travel demand. That sent shares of Delta on Tuesday down more than 7%, American shares down more than 8%. Also, concerns over soft demand at online booking sites like Airbnb, Booking Holdings, and Expedia sent shares of those companies, along with some hotel chains and theme park operators, lower as well. I'm Bloomberg's Tom Busby for 95.5 WSB.
75 degrees in Atlanta. Another sunny day tomorrow with highs in the 70s. What day should you be watching for a tornado threat? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. New this half hour, a sex trafficking lawsuit is filed in Gwinnett County against Uber.
The civil suit charges the rideshare company, its subsidiary, and the driver in connection with the crime. Authorities say the 14-year-old victim was picked up at an abandoned gas station around 1:40 in the morning back in November and driven more than 30 miles to a home of a Jonesboro man who drugged, repeatedly raped her, and then held her captive for 4 days. The suit hopes to hold the company liable for transporting a minor without parental consent. The lawyer says he's filing the lawsuit now in case House Bill 339, which would shield companies for claims like this, becomes law. Michelle Wright, 95.5 WSB.
Jurors in DeKalb County today reached guilty verdicts in a cold case murder trial. Kenneth Perry is convicted on murder and all other charges for killing siblings John and Pamela Sumter 35 years ago.
The jury's verdict today was for Pamela, John, and the entire Sumter family.
DeKalb County District Attorney Sherry Boston reacting to the verdict. The Sumters were stabbed to death at the brothers' Stone Mountain apartment in 1990. Sentencing in the case is next Tuesday. The NTSB is worried about future accidents after the deadly midair collision between an American Airlines passenger jet and an Army helicopter near Washington, D.C.
A helicopter operating over the eastern shoreline of the Potomac River would have just
75 feet of vertical separation from an airplane approaching runway 33.
NTSB Chair Jennifer Homendy says there were over 15,000 close proximity events between helicopters and passenger jets between 2021 and 24 near Reagan National Airport. The DeKalb County School Board is moving ahead with plans to find a new location for the county's oldest high school.
The board says even $50 million, which was allotted, is not enough to remake Druid Hills at its present location. Member Allison Gevertz.
The building itself is a big problem.
Superintendent Devon Horton says the upkeep was neglected.
We should not be in a situation with any of our schools, not just Druid Hills, where the schools are that bad.
The board will spend $220,000 for an architect to explore other sites for Druid Hills High. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens makes it official today.
I'm excited to kick off this campaign for the re-election of myself.
Dickens goes into his re-election campaign with a war chest of over $1.7 million and hopes to raise additional money moving forward. No one's announced so far they plan to challenge Dickens. Tiger Woods is recovering from his latest surgery. He posts on social media today he had a tendon repaired after feeling sharp pain in his left Achilles. The surgery went well, and Woods says he is expecting to make a full recovery. It is now 5:34. News is sponsored by Findlay Roofing. Time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Not a fun ride into Marietta, Bill, with this car fire cleanup. 75 northbound South Marietta Parkway exit 263. Still blocking that right lane and the end of the on-ramp. You're slow back toward I-285. If you're traveling I-85 northbound out of DeKalb and Gwinnett County, brake lights fill in from Chamblee Tucker Road for the ride up into Norcross and Duluth, improving the closer you get to Pleasant Hill Road, but still jammed up out of Flowery Branch into Oakwood with this travel advisory. Crash 985 northbound just north of H.F. Reed Industrial Parkway. Only a right lane is open. Best bet is to use Highway 13 as an alternate. It's also been causing southbound onlooker delays. We found some new trouble on I-285, Andrew Seco.
New trouble indeed as you're rolling out of Doraville into Dunwoody. Right lane trouble. 285 west, the outer loop, getting to Chamblee Dunwoody Road, exit 30. Those delays adding to the volume heading down towards Smyrna Vinings. Second worst part of the perimeter seems to be leaving Doraville. 285 east on and off that brake pedal. From Buford Highway down to the Stone Mountain Freeway, exit 39. From the Cooley Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Fair skies this evening, sunset around 7:45. Temperatures will be in the mid-60s at that time, eventually cooling into the mid-40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, sunshine, high 75. The clouds return on Thursday, along with a few isolated rain showers and thunderstorms, high 68. Friday, mostly cloudy, high 72. Watching a strong storm system move into the southeast this weekend. It'll bring a line of heavy rain and thunderstorms to metro Atlanta late Saturday night into Sunday morning. These storms will be capable of damaging wind gusts as well as tornadoes, so continue to monitor the weather situation for this weekend.
Right now, 75 in Clarkston, 73 in Kennesaw, and in Riverdale. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler, and here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home and make price-boosting upgrades. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Beaver Direct Certified, providing the highest quality vehicles at the very best prices. Every vehicle undergoes rigorous reconditioning with an industry-leading 12-month, 12,000-mile certified warranty. Visit us at BeaverToyotaCumming.com and see why everyone loves Beaver Direct.
Playing a game with your family, that's a lot of fun. Playing a game with your roof, you'll lose every time. Dave Baker here for Findlay Roofing, the roof guys. When it comes to replacing or repairing your roof, think of Finley first. You'll always win with Finley. They're the extra effort experts with high quality, highly rated roofing experience and expertise. They've replaced over 65,000 roofs locally. With Finley, manners matter. With Finley, you get upfront pricing, exceptional service, and they'll treat your home like it's their own. Win, win, win. Only Finley Roofing stands behind their work with a lifetime leak-free warranty at no additional cost, and you'll pay nothing until the job is complete. Finley Roofing is the perfect match for any roofing issues. Plus, they offer 0% financing. Get started with a free roof analysis at finleyroofing.com. Roof.
Congratulations to Jeff Drake of Conyers. Excuse me. I get so when I think about Jeff winning these tickets, it really.
He's a great guy.
He's a great guy and he deserves it. Jeff Drake of Conyers. Autumn never really got along with him, but that's okay. That's Autumn.
Well, they dated.
That's Autumn. Who hasn't she dated in the state of Georgia? I can't even
George.
I can't even put together a show without one person showing up that has dated and lived with Autumn Fisher. Jeff Drake of Conyers won 2 tickets to see Blackberry Smoke with Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs on Saturday, August 9th at Synovus Bank Amphitheater at Chastain Park. Tickets go on sale this Friday, March 14th at livenation.com. We have open mics. Is that what you want to do?
Well, these open micers picked up.
Are they yelling at me?
They're not yelling at you, but they picked up on something you said about a W in the last segment. Listen to this.
Hey, Eric, if W is 2 U's, why is it written like 2 V's?
Oh, and then...
Whoa, no, it's not. And if it's German, it would still be 2 U's, right? Isn't that how it works? WV? No, it'd be WV. It'd be VW. I don't know.
We
By the
ain't
way,
Germany.
the letter W is called W because it was originally formed by placing 2 U letters side by side.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. That wasn't a very difficult one. I'm sorry that things are scandalous in this day and age. Should have been pretty obvious. If you didn't know that, you heard Eric say, it's just 2 U's shoved together. It's called a W. You would just say to yourself, well, that's interesting that I hadn't thought of that before. But questioning it, must you question everything I have to ask?
You've got more.
You know what?
Eric Von Hassler, it's actually not 2 U's put together. If you think about it, it's 2 V's put together.
No, it's not.
So it's incorrectly named.
No,
W.
it's not.
It should be double V, right? Double V.
It
Not
became
W,
that.
but double V.
It became
Are they
Think
joking
about
with
that.
us? They're joking. Right?
Well, I mean, it does the way that if it's
Yeah, I understand why they're saying
uppercase,
that, but
I guess
they've got to be.
You think they're dumb? Is that what you're saying? You think
No,
the
they can't
listeners
be.
of
That's what
this
I'm
show?
saying. Like, they can't be that.
So they're
They can't be.
gaslighting us, is what you're saying.
Potentially. Although the first one again.
Potentially.
First one seems.
Potentially.
Hey, the first one does sound convincing.
Hey, Eric, if W is 2 U's, why is it written like 2 V's?
Why?
See, like he sounds like he's maybe joking.
You think he's joking?
No.
Looks like a double V to me.
Well,
it's like this. And then when you capitalize it and put it on a typewriter, it's going to look more like a V.
Before the Normans.
But it's not called a double V. That's all you need to know, people. It's
I've
called a
seen one of
double
those.
U. That's what it's called.
See the double V?
College.
Yeah, that was experimental.
Oh, you went that route. I saw it as circus.
Yeah. They didn't have they didn't have a character for the sound until the Normans conquered England in 1066.
That's right.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that.
They used in the print.
Autumn used to tell me before the Normans took over England in 1066, there was, because she's a languageologist, she said there was no W.
And we're back to George Wendt.
Yes, who, by the way, is a W.
When it's written, it's 2 U's.
Yes.
George.
I get it.
Yeah, you didn't get it.
No, don't say I didn't get it. I just didn't put it together. It's 2 different
Well,
things.
that's not getting it.
Not putting it together isn't the same thing as not getting it. I just didn't put it together.
Don't.
Well, I tell you, these ladies, These
Ugh.
ladies.
Why
I tell
shut
you,
up?
Jared, there used to be laws against this sort of thing. A lady couldn't show a man up in public. That
Just
wasn't
get
allowed.
Awfully mouthy out today.
My
on the show.
goodness
My
gracious.
goodness.
Good thing you have stocks at home to put her in when you get.
Yeah, well,
Ooh, oh
next time
no.
next time she visits, she actually does the show from my basement. It's a secret that we have even from my wife. She doesn't know.
Here's your pail. Well, everything in the pail, food, whatever.
Yeah. Suffice to say, she cleans up after herself.
Okay.
Yeah, when
I'm
you're
not
done with
taking-
the pail, it's
Yeah.
used for, it's double use.
Yeah, once you
It's a double V use, right?
Once you toss out the
Yep.
the
Scraps.
stuff that's in it, then you can turn it upside down, sit on it as a chair. Be
Nice.
comfortable. Put your feet up.
3 uses then.
Mm-hmm.
You give her an AM radio for entertainment.
Wind up.
Yeah.
It's one of those weather radios. And they always tell you to get the weather radio, but isn't it just going to go off a bunch of times and wake me up when I don't want to
Yes.
be awakened?
And your kid.
Yeah. Oh, is that what
Yeah,
happens?
I couldn't unplug it quicker.
Because
Oh,
it
that's
just
the
seems
truth.
to me that the weather radio is going to be, it's going to warn you times. It's
It-
going to warn you when you need to be warned.
Yeah.
But it's also going to add 10 warnings to the
If
time
there's
that-
a thunderstorm warning, it goes off.
Ugh, I don't need to know.
So
that.
I just want the tornado version.
Just, go off when, like, these weather radios should have, like, a GPS built into them. When the funnel cloud is, I don't know, within 5 miles, wake me up.
Sure.
Other than that, leave me alone.
What if it's like 7 miles? That's
No,
pretty close.
No, that means my neighbor needs to wake
Yeah.
up. I'm all right.
I don't need to know where the hook echo is. I need to know where the tornado is.
I don't have the weather radio to tell me when I need to go help others. I need a weather radio to tell me when
They're
I
on their
need to
own.
hunker down. It's for others to help others.
Well, get ready for Saturday because, whew.
What's
weather-
happening on Saturday?
Well, we have strong storms coming
We're
in.
expecting strong
out of
storms
town.
Saturday evening into Sunday morning.
Yes.
I'm out of town. I will
Where you
not be
going?
here.
Potential for tornadoes.
I don't want you to. I would tell you, but I don't want you to get jealous.
I'll also be out of town.
Yeah, but you can't be going any place as glorious as I am.
Where are you going?
Anything that's near as
I know.
wonderful as I.
Ohio?
Yeah, I'm going to Dayton. Where are you
Oh,
going?
nice.
Columbus. You should meet up.
I'm going to Chattanooga.
Oh well, you enjoy yourself in that little.
Wait a second. You're
I'll
gonna
be
come
in
to
Dayton, thank you.
You're going to be an hour and 45 minutes away from us. You're not going to come through Atlanta, Autumn?
No, I can't.
Oh no, she can't because she just can't. Anyways, I wouldn't be here if she did. So what's the sense?
I can't.
What's she come see an old lover?
Greg lives in New York.
But you live here. How many people on this show is this
All
woman
right.
live? Oh.
All right. Listen, we've known each other a long time.
I know.
You going to a hot sauce festival? Is that what that's
Yeah,
about?
what's going on? Are
yeah,
you?
they're moving facilities, and so I'm going to help them. But it was going to be a girls' trip, but then
Turned
the
into a
move
business
was-
thing.
Well, it turned into both. So now my friend
Girls are
who
moving
lives in
stuff.
Georgia is coming up as well. So like
Yeah.
I'm moving them on Thursday and Friday, and then we're having girls' weekend.
She is the spokesperson for hot sauce, but she can't mention it because they don't buy nothing here. So I don't. You better
Which they
shut
could.
your
Mention it.
better shut your mouth.
I didn't say a word.
You better not. Other people paying top
Yeah.
dollar for their hot sauces to be on the air. and
Tabasco.
that's
That's
not
true.
be wrong for you to just jump in there like, oh, I've got a friend.
And I wouldn't, and I haven't.
Not yet.
You thought about it, though.
Oh yes, she's thought about
But
it.
then I looked at my paycheck and I thought, don't risk it.
Yeah, no, you don't want to risk that.
No.
How could you give that up?
So excuse
No,
me.
I know.
It's called generational wealth.
When you're the co-host of the Von Hessler Doctrine, I mean, ooh-wee.
Well, they say that everything's a little different in other dimensions. I guess she's the co-host somewhere in that dimension where the Von Hessler Doctrine never wins.
Because I'm the co-host?
Because it turns out in that dimension you're the co-host, house, whatever.
Co-house?
Co-host. How do you feel about that, Autumn? How do you feel about that? You're destroying this show in other dimensions.
Autumn,
Okay.
just for that, I'm going to go buy a bottle of that hot sauce at the Ace Hardware tomorrow.
Hey, all right. You
Hey,
can
it's
use my
not there.
code.
Even if it was there, you couldn't tell people.
You can buy it online. Use my code.
I'd rather go to the store.
Okay.
I'll just tune into one topic, whatever that is.
Yeah. What?
It doesn't even exist as far as I'm
It's
concerned.
just hot sauces. I
Dead
love
to
hot
me.
sauce.
Are you coming here tomorrow for the big lunch, Chick-fil-A?
I'm thinking about it.
Thinking about
There's
it.
the big guy. He meets with me at 1:30.
It'll be all full.
He'll be all full in some sort of food coma.
This stuff's good.
Shut up.
Your show's good.
Yeah. Get out.
Yeah, what's your name again?
Get out. Yeah, get out of here.
You're no Hannity, but I mean.
What's your little show called?
Alex Williams says there's a big jam on 75 through Marietta.
There is, Eric, and it's all due to this car fire cleanup still in the right lane. At least the tow truck's on scene. 75 northbound at the South 120 loop exit 263, right where it ramps into 75 north. So the right lane of 75 is blocked, as well as the end of the on-ramp. You're slow as you leave 285, actually really back through northwest Atlanta, trying to get past the perimeter. 400 northbound, still watching those brake lights from the Glen Ridge connector in Sandy Springs up toward Northridge. 85 northbound, about 15 minutes from Chamblee Tucker Road up to 316 with the big jam continuing into Oakwood out of Flowery Branch. Crash, left lane block, 985 northbound before Highway 53, exit number 16. Use Highway 13 as an alternate. We've had plenty of trouble spots around I-285, Andrew Seco.
That we have. We do have some better news already as we're heading down the southeast side. Earlier trouble gone out of that right lane, 285 east, the outer loop getting towards I-20. Those speeds improving, but we're still seeing that stoppage through Dunwoody. Right lane trouble continues, 285 west, the outer loop getting past Chamblee, Dunwoody Road. That is exit 30. This is sponsored by the Georgia Lottery. Get ready for another Powerball jackpot tomorrow. Powerball players can win millions playing in store or online at gelottery.com. Only from the Georgia Lottery. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Eric Erickson. Informative and topical when you want it.
Industrial nations need to cut back.
And a break when you need it.
You know, there have been these wild theories about the UFOs out there for some time.
Eric Erickson.
They're faster than the sound barrier.
Tomorrow at noon. 95.5 WSB. Atlanta's News and Talk.
When insurance companies play games, the strong arm wins. Hey, it's Smiler Mark McKay. Hurt in a wreck? The insurance companies will toy with you and try to pay you the least amount possible. John Foy knows how to beat them at their own game. Zero upfront cost. JohnFoy.com.
Dad, one more horsey ride, please.
This living room rodeo moment made possible by Emory Orthopedics and Spine Center. When Dad needed back surgery, he came to Emory. The difference? Emory's among the highest in patient satisfaction and best surgical outcome rates in the nation. And Emory uses the most advanced research developed by our top surgeons to get Dad's back surgery done right the first time. Giddy up. EmoryHealthcare.org/orthodifference.
Hey everyone, it's your buddy Shelley Winter here. Join me this Saturday at noon for The Car Guys with Kevin Deutsch from Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Buy or lease, fix or sell, everything you want to know about cars, we will cover Saturday noon to 1 right here on 95.5 WSB.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
Hey, Dave Baker here. Let's talk garage doors. Your garage door. Is it too loud or letting air in around the frame? Overhead Door Company of Atlanta will make it all better. In March only, they will perform their full 26-task garage door tune-up for just $79, and just in March. That's just $79 for up to 3 garage doors and openers. You need this done once a year anyway, so why not now and for just $79? Schedule now at overheaddooratlanta.com.
At Superior Pro, we use the highest quality materials and the best techniques in windows, siding, painting, doors, and more. Visit SuperiorPro.com.
Superior Pro, the pros to know.
You got your termites billed and they raised your rate again. Switch to Breda Pest Management and your rate's locked in for 10 years. BredaPest.com.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Paid for by Estella's Pharma.
All right, is anybody else challenging me on the etymology of the letter W?
I'm sure they are.
I mean, is there anything that exciting out there? Well, we're just burning up the airwaves this afternoon.
I'm sure that there are more open mics about W and whether it's two V's or whether it's two U's.
What were you known as? You weren't known as Double V.
I wasn't a double U or a double V. I was W.
W.
W has its origins in, well, wherever my parents had sex.
Okay, very nice.
You having fun with the guy you got running things now?
Yeah, we're having a blast.
It looks like it.
You know, if you have a radio show and you go in current events, you got a president now who's tossing stuff out there constantly every minute.
Yeah, kind of makes me seem sort of, stable.
Yeah, sort of normalizes all those war crimes and whatnot.
Well, I had nothing to do with that.
Oh,
That
okay,
was-
of course.
that was Dick Cheney. I just
Of course.
ran domestic.
You're a painter.
I'm a painter.
That's right. You're a painter.
That's right.
What do W's paintings cost? Can you look, George?
I don't sell them. I just give them away to friends.
You don't sell them? You don't put them on the market?
I mean, they might be on the secondary market. Jared wrote me a little joke. Mission accomplished.
Is that a joke? Is that a punchline?
I thought it was funny.
Thank you, W. I appreciate that.
It's just,
Out of context, but,
it's
people
just
get it.
It's just how you end everything.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished. I'm out of here.
Mission accomplished. Play your open micy thingies.
Okay. All right. We have some open mics. All right.
Yeah,
go
so
ahead.
yesterday we were talking about an SEC quarterback whose father may have had sex
There
with his
are
girlfriend.
rumors.
There are rumors. It's
that,
allegations. We don't
Dad
know.
had sex with his girlfriend.
And this open micer had an interesting take on that.
EVH. I wish my dad showed that much love for me and banged my high school girlfriend.
What?
Taught me what a she was. Instead, I had to figure it out for myself.
He's obviously joking.
I'm glad.
He's
I'm
joking.
glad that the show could have been some service. That's all. We're here to serve the audience. That's how I feel. So there's a satisfied customer.
That's right.
I'm very happy.
Exactly.
Very happy that he found out about that. Two-timing. No good.
Yeah, that 16-year-old ruined his life.
It could have been 18. You're 18 in high school. as well.
True.
That's what
I
I'm
guess.
told. I dropped out of high school. I don't know. How old were you when you graduated high school, Tim Andrews?
17.
Did you have like a little early program?
Started school in New York, and back when I started, you could be 4 in kindergarten.
Oh,
As
okay.
long as you turned 5 in the year.
What was your GPA when you graduated?
I don't know.
You don't know. You're
Why
a
would I
smart
remember
guy.
that now?
Where's that?
Well, I don't remember it because I didn't have one.
I didn't do
thought it
very
was-
well
I
until
thought-
I was a senior, so I was very low in the graduating class.
I got you.
But I was all A's in senior year.
Well, that's nice to know.
I remember that.
And I'll bet you were voted class clown.
No, that was Jeff.
Damn it. Alex Williams says it's slow on I-20 passing Six Flags.
And that is all due to this lingering crash in Lithia Springs, still in the right lane, 20 westbound Thornton Road, exit 44. You jam up really back at Fulton Industrial Boulevard for that ride to Lithia Springs and Douglasville. Found some new trouble on 985 northbound in Gwinnett County. Crashed partially in that left lane above Beaver Drive, Highway 20, exit 4. Once you get past that, still got the travel advisory in place between Flowery Branch and Oakwood. Left lane crash before Highway 53. Use Highway 13. Some better news on I-75 in Marietta, Andrew Seco.
Better news indeed. Just watch trouble clear out of the right lane Lane, 75 north. At the South Loop, exit 263 to South Merida Parkway. Things starting to move a little bit better, but the brake lights remain all the way back towards 285. So keep using Highway 41 until we look in better shape. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage on any age, system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
It's Eric. I don't know about y'all, but life happens in our kitchen. It's where we have our memories, our family time, our laughs. Well, you don't want a lot of downtime, but you may want to renovate your kitchen. You want one of those $1 million kitchen looks and get it at the fraction of the cost with Frugal Kitchens. They know that you've got plans for your kitchen, and they want to help you. And here's why I love them. They can have you cooking in 5 days from the start of construction and get you 18 months no-interest financing. FrugalKitchens.com. That's where you want to check them out. FrugalKitchens.com.
The Lloyd Advisory Group has a question for you. Is your retirement inflation-proof? Here's what we mean. In retirement, chances are you're on a fixed income with unpredictable expenses. So how do you not run out of money when the cost of just about everything continues to go up? You inflation-proof it. Financial advisor Mark Lloyd and the team at Lloyd Advisory Group can show you ways to help fight inflation so it doesn't outpace your income. Call us today at 770-766-5611. Inflation can take a huge chunk out of your retirement savings, but it doesn't have to. With some simple planning, inflation can go from being a major disruption to a minor annoyance. Call Mark Lloyd and the team at Lloyd Advisory Group now to start inflation-proofing your retirement today. 770-766-5611. That's 770-766-5611. Insurance products and services are offered through the Lloyd Advisory Group. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal.
If you've been thinking about selling your home, now is the time. With a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can sell your home fast and for more than you expect. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. One of the most stressful things about selling your home is not being able to control the timing. Mark Spain Real Estate allows you to receive an all-cash offer on your home and close in as little as 21 days. Hassle-free, guaranteed. Trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
For many of you, it's happening. Your hair's thinning, your crown's disappearing, and maybe hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. Well, I got good news. It's Advanced Hair's incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts regrowing your own natural hair the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's Mark Aaron back with you. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what about regrowing your hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to their world-class physicians, it's not maybe your hair will regrow. It's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, and I've seen their results, friends. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 470-660-HAIR. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, it is all new this hour. A pastor describes how a camp of homeless people reacted today after word of an arrest in a tent slashing incident.
I was down there today, and I showed them the video of the arrest, and we celebrated.
WSB Steve Summers reports live with more in his exclusive interview with the pastor.
Yeah, Bill, that was Pastor Nolan English, who says he's at that camp near Ebenezer Baptist Church most every day to offer encouragement, but today he had more than a prayer. He had video of 42-year-old Daniel Barnett being arrested days after police said he went on a tent-slashing spree through that camp. Pastor English says the homeless there were terrified as the armed Barnett went through slashing, but things are different now after the arrest.
Being terrorized to that magnitude, that left him feeling some kind of way. But today, their resolve was much better.
Barnett, said to be a security guard near the encampment. He's now in jail facing a slew of charges like criminal damage to property and reckless conduct. Reporting live, Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
75 degrees in Atlanta, sunny and 75 tomorrow before another round of rain returns. What day could bring severe weather? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A DeKalb County jury today convicts a man of killing a brother and sister more than 3 decades ago.
It's a swift conclusion to a murder trial 35 years in the making. Kenneth Perry's jury deliberates less than 3 hours.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Kenneth Perry, guilty.
Convicting him of all 14 counts in July 1990's fatal stabbings of Pamela and John Sumter at a DeKalb County apartment. District Attorney Sherry Boston says before she died, Pamela told police she'd awakened to her brother's visitor standing over her that night.
The man brutally raped, stabbed, and tried to smother Miss Sumter with her own pillow.
A technique combining a DNA profile with family tree databases helped identify Perry. A match came from a sexual assault in Detroit. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
A Buford man must serve nearly 4 decades in prison after he's found guilty of sexually abusing a 5-year-old child. A Gwinnett County jury convicts 50-year-old David Antonio Perez of child molestation and other charges. Prosecutors say he showed child porn to the girl multiple times a week for about a year. Evidence showed Perez downloaded and shared more than 8,000 child porn videos through his email. A possible breakthrough in efforts to end the war between Ukraine and Russia.
Today we made an offer that the Ukrainians have accepted, which is to enter into a ceasefire and into immediate negotiations to end this conflict in a way that's enduring and sustainable and accounts for their interests, their security, their ability to prosper as a nation.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the ball is now in Russia's court as they consider the terms of the deal. A new alert to the state's missing persons system is 1 vote away from passing under the Gold Dome.
The alert would be activated if a person with autism goes missing, something Rita Young says parents with autistic children live in fear of.
It can happen in a split second.
Young's 2 grown sons have autism, and she says the bill will provide a critical resource.
We need to help our first responders and give them support, as well as families, and educate everyone.
Young says people with autism are more prone to wandering. The alert would include guidance for law enforcement on how they should handle a search. The measure now awaits final passage in the Senate. From the state capitol, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
There's millions of dollars for school safety initiatives and mental health services for students as the Georgia House votes nearly unanimously to advance their budget plan. House Appropriations Committee Chairman Matt Hatchett says money is tight.
The needs are great, and there are many worthy causes competing for the same limited resources.
The measure still needs Senate approval. This just in from Washington. The House passes a bill to fund the federal government through September. It now goes to the U.S. Senate days ahead of a government shutdown deadline. It is now 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, triple team traffic, and here is Alex Williams.
Checking the ride around I-285, Bill. Still been dealing with this crash. 285 westbound, the outer loop, Chamblee, Dunwoody Road, exit 30, impacting the right lane, keeping the ride slow out of Doraville into Dunwoody. Once you get past Georgia 400 on 285 westbound, on and off the brakes to I-75, then delays pick back up again through Smyrna Vinings down to I-20, the East Freeway. 285 eastbound, the inner loop, you're jammed up starting at Buford Highway. Pretty rough ride as you head southbound through Tucker and Clarkson, not breaking free until you get to Highway 78, the Stone Mountain Freeway. And it's been a slow ride through Midtown and downtown, Andrew Seco.
That it has no posted incidents right now, but that does not mean we are smooth sailing. Heavy volume north and south on the connector. 75-85, seeing the brake lights from East Point through the heart of downtown, all the way up past Midtown. Southbound seeing the brunt of it. Delays all the way back on 85 proper, past 400. Feeling that pinch all the way back into Brookhaven. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta Homes. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies this evening, sunset around 7:45. Temperatures will be in the mid-60s at that time, eventually cooling into the mid-40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, sunshine, high 75. The clouds return on Thursday, along with a few isolated rain showers and thunderstorms, high 68. Friday, mostly cloudy, high 72. Watching a strong storm system move into the southeast this weekend. It'll bring a line of heavy rain and thunderstorms to metro Atlanta late Saturday night into Sunday morning. These storms will be capable of damaging wind gusts as well as tornadoes, so continue to monitor the weather situation for this weekend.
74 in Sandy Springs, 73 in Peachtree City, also 73 in Brazelton. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 4 of day 2 of the week for the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. You know, I haven't wished everybody happy COVID day.
Is today COVID day?
Well, it was, in fact, on this date in 2020, March 11th, was the day that it became official. That was the morning that they said, that's it. It's a pandemic. And I think as we look back all these years later, we can be very proud that we obviously did everything right getting through that pandemic. We look back now, and we know for a fact, proudly, that Dr. Fauci never lied to us about masking or the efficacy of standing 6 feet apart. We look back so proud of the CDC, who never sat on evidence of myocarditis in young men. So I think looking at all of it, the way the CDC never moved the goalpost, stayed consistent throughout the whole thing, I think we can all be very, very, it's quite obvious to this American that we did everything right.
To stop the spread.
To stop the spread. Now, we thought we could do it in 14 days. It took, a couple of years, but.
Yeah, but we got a lot of good TikTok dances by nurses and
we certainly
very
did.
busy emergency rooms.
Thank you, universe, for that. We wouldn't have gotten that.
I did miss people. I remember sitting on my porch,
banging pots,
and people would bang the pots and they'd sing from the
Yeah.
porches. I did miss that. That was cool.
Wash your effing hands.
My favorite moment was a few months in, because we all had gotten used to people seeing these videos of people in New York City walking out on balconies, even in Italy and other places, like famous opera singers would come out. And
it was here in Atlanta, too.
Yeah, people would sing. And then my favorite moment was about 5 months in. Of course, out of New York, somebody stepped out of their balcony, began to sing. And somebody was, shut up! That's when I knew we still had it.
Yep.
We were still Americans. There was no way you're not going to get that guy who yells to somebody trying to sing to a wounded city, shut up! Thank you. You're not going to get that guy to sign up for anything. That guy's not going to get in line. And that's when I said, all right. We found out maybe we don't like Gal Gadot as much as we thought we did going into it.
Did she do the Imagine?
Yes. She
did. And that's how long ago that was?
Yeah.
My God.
That was really, I don't know, if Hollywood does never come back, like if it's over for Hollywood as we knew it. There's a lot of factors and stuff's affecting magazines and newspapers and radio and everything else. But I believe the moment America saw right through Hollywood was that video.
There's no
And then the other celebrities come in and
easy if you try.
No hell below us. So without a script, without somebody else writing the words,
All the people
you have no sense of what people want to hear.
for today.
This was the moment. This was the moment.
Imagine there's no countries left.
Still cringe.
It isn't hard to do.
Trump, you jump in.
Nothing
but
hell
below us. And no religion, too, which would actually be a bad thing because I happen to like religion. It's
Okay,
great.
you're just saying imagine.
Some
He's not
religions are good. Most are okay. Some are bad. But, look, everybody has something
Don't need the
to
commentary.
believe in. And if you're going to come to this country, you're going to not be mean to the two that I like.
Okay, that makes sense.
3 or 4 more that I accept.
Would you,
But the two
would
that
you
I
go to
love,
another country and be mean to their religions? Of course you would.
Of course not. They would throw you out.
That's
You
right.
don't go over to Japan and go to the Shinto shrine and start babbling. Blah, 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 blah. They'll throw you right out of there.
Or if you do, we know you're an American influencer.
Well, that's true.
Everybody else probably already is. Hall culture,
Hall culture.
as in Haul, not like hallway.
Okay.
Hall. I took in a big haul.
Oh,
These TikTok
like
videos.
a Sheen haul.
Like where people,
Yes.
they all show how much they shopped for. They have all of these shoes and clothes and everything. And when I noticed so I was watching like a 20-minute YouTube video about it, And within that video, there was a lot of examples of these influencers. And I'm always struck by the fact that according to the millennials and the Gen Zers, they're the most enlightened generation. According to the millennials and the Gen Zers, they're the most enlightened generations ever. They look past looks. Everyone is beautiful. We're not like you used to be. Yet every one of these women that were showing off their hauls as influencers were all drop dead gorgeous. And however you do makeup, I don't know. But what I do know is they know, and they do it right. And so it's just kind of odd to me that this is what we've come to, this idea of starting with the millennials and Gen Zers. We don't see people the way that you dumb people saw them before. And then it so many years later, it ends up in all of these influencers being drop dead gorgeous. Is that a coincidence? So nobody's hitting that sub because they're so hot?
Of course not. No, it's because they're good at influencing.
And I'm talking about women, too. I'm talking about a heterosexual woman would hit the subs because look at that makeup. There's something strange going on with these two generations. They talk a big game, but when no one's looking, they're living this life just like every other generation before them.
Well, especially millennials.
I'm going to settle down with the best-looking person who will accept me.
Millennials.
Basically, the way it's always been done, I'm the best-looking person who will accept me. Isn't that the way it's basically, on average? There are exceptions.
Oh, for sure. And I think the funniest thing is...
So hot women are still a thing, even though we were told by these two generations that we've moved on. You dumb people before us who used to judge people by looks and such. And yet... we have the internet and haul culture and all of these influencers. Most of them seem very gorgeous, unless they are the obvious other. I'm the other side of it, and I'm going to be an influencer too. And I'm not going to mention that and, get canceled over it. But you know what I mean. The anti-beauty influencers.
Well, my generation, for millennials especially, they were also the ones that were anti-living in the suburbs, anti-having to commute.
Here come the kids. Hey,
now they're in the burbs.
My child will not have a phone till they're 20 years old. Check in a year and a half later. Give them an iPad. Shut them up. We still have 40 miles to go until we get there. So
I have a friend.
We should be in search of. Remember that old Leonard?
Yes, in search of Bigfoot.
Yeah. We should be in search of a millennial who walked it like they talked it. Let's find that one. Not you.
I'm here. I'm in the city.
I'm talking about the whole thing. The whole thing. We believe that everybody's beautiful, but we still settle down with the best-looking person who will accept us. Like it's one thing to talk it. That's not the hard part. It's the walk it. The walk it part is the hard part.
Gen Z, it is funny to watch them go through this.
They
now
kind of reject this ideology.
Some of them do, but some of them have doubled down on it.
And the people behind them, they really do.
Well, they're just pissed off because what are they called?
The alphas.
They're the alphas. But now the betas are being born, and you're reading all this stuff about how they don't have a chance because they're going to be called betas their whole life.
That's unfair.
But they can't. I thought that we named generations later.
Well, apparently there's some sort of bureau now that.
Yeah.
Because obviously the greatest generation wasn't called that when they were 20.
They hired the same PR agency as the Moon. The Moon has all these.
I know. All of a sudden, the Moon's always making news.
There's always something. There's a blood
Big
moon coming up.
dumb rock hasn't changed.
Strawberry moon.
Yeah, it's the Wolf Moon. Ow! Wolf Blitzer, it's your moon, baby.
That's when I go out and howl.
Ow!
Go Bills.
No, you're on at 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't see you on my monitor.
Well, he's back on an old guy schedule.
Is it 10 o'clock in the morning?
That's late to get up for him.
He sure is. I actually watched him the other morning.
Yeah?
Why?
Welcome to me and my new, is it still called the Wolf Blitzer Show with Wolf Blitzer?
I think it's the
Blitzkrieg with Wolf Blitzer.
Featuring Wolf Blitzer.
All right, Donald.
Hey, the only man, you can see it on YouTube, in the middle of an interview, vomited in his own mouth, kept going. That's a pro. Alex Williams says there are brake lights through Sandy Springs.
Yeah, it's been a slow afternoon on Georgia 400 northbound, Eric, but no crashes in the way, just the brake lights in the car in front of you. 400 northbound, you start to slow right at the Glen Ridge Connector, exit 3 for the ride up toward Abernathy. It starts to improve, though, before you get to the Northridge exit number 6 there in Sandy Springs. 85 northbound, still seeing the brake lights out at the cabin in Gwinnett from Chamblee-Tucker Road up into the Norcross area. 985 northbound, had a crash around Buford Drive, exit 4. That has cleared, and they finally just opened up all lanes. 985 northbound up in Oakwood just before Highway 53 exit 16. Hopefully the brake lights out of Flowery Branch will start to improve. 75 northbound on and off the brakes from West Paces Ferry Road in northwest Atlanta for the ride up through Marietta and Kennesaw. Any better news on I-20, Andrew Seco?
Heard all this better news so far. Let's keep adding to it. All lanes back open heading into Lithia Springs. I-20 westbound earlier crash is gone at Thornton Road exit 44. The brake lights are still nearby, so keep using that alternate Highway 78 until we look in a little bit better shape. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
In Atlanta, there is always something happening.
Tanker truck crashed into the median.
The Triple Team Traffic Center has you covered.
No traffic getting through in either direction.
Helping you on your commute.
Avoid the area at all costs. Take Highway 155 or Highway 4223.
Brought to you by the Cool Ray Lifetime Parts and Labor Warranty.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
It only happens once a year. It's always fun. It's our signature sign and drive event. All you got to do is sign and drive with no money down and no payments for 90 days. Plus, at Beaver Toyota, you'll receive exclusive Beaver benefits with your new car. Benefits like no-charge oil changes and car washes. And yes, even complimentary loaner cars and a lifetime powertrain warranty. It's our annual sign and drive event. Now, this is the way car buying should be. Only at Beaver Toyota. We're here to wow you.
Wall cracks, window stuck, could be a foundation problem. Mark Beckham with Atlanta Ramjack, and our estimators are thoroughly trained to get you the proper evaluation for your home. Schedule your free assessment with the foundation repair experts at atlantaramjack.com.
Hope. It's more than a word. It's a breakthrough in the making. At City of Hope, we're pushing the boundaries of science, targeting cancer at the molecular level, with teams of experts working together to personalize a treatment plan right down to your DNA with unprecedented speed, making every second count, with appointments in as little as 24 hours. City of Hope, advancing cancer care at life-saving speed. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
Got a leaky pipe? Trouble with your AC? Ace Hardware Home Services is right around the corner with trusted pros to fix it. From plumbing to heating and cooling, we'll keep your home running smoothly all year long. Get help today at acehardwarehomeservices.com.
Not everything in life comes with a guarantee, but with NG Turf, get premium local farm fresh sod right now that comes with a spring green up guarantee. Family owned and operated, NG Turf is the only grower to consider. Get your sod from a certified turf professional at ngturf.com.
If better health, more energy, and detoxing your body are some of your priorities this year, get Active Liver today and start the year off knowing you're giving your liver some well-deserved relief.
You can find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
All right, we're trying to answer questions while we were off the air. Whatever happened to Aldo Nova?
Yeah. Got off that helicopter and that was it.
We never saw him again.
Problem solving here on the Von Hester.
Aldo Nova was the name of a band, so I don't know what the lead guy was. He called Aldo Nova?
Yeah.
It was definitely all about him.
I've been wrong this week. So.
I know. Don't swim too far from shore.
Hey, Tim, you got to give yourself credit. You were right about the tariffs earlier today.
I was.
You got that right.
Sweet. I don't even remember what you're talking
about. Check mark.
Just accept it.
I don't either.
Just accept it.
I'll take it.
Canada pulled back the electricity tariffs.
Hey, we have open mics.
We sure do. More people are pushing back on the WWV.
I'm sorry I brought it up. It's obvious called W because it's two U's smashed together. I don't know what the hell. Excuse me, what's going on? Hold on one second. What is this lady over here in the corner? What?
They're messing with you now.
Okay, you're on my side.
I believe the linguist might need to get involved with these next
France,
two
it's
mics.
double
You see what I'm about to do? If too many more of these, do you see what's about to happen?
About to take the jacket off?
Yeah, that means I'm ready to hit the parking lot and duke it out.
Okay.
I'm feeling a little sick and tired of having my common sense.
You thought a W was going to be so simple to explain.
It's two U's smushed together. Obviously, it's called a W.
Apparently not.
Wait. But in French, it's double V.
Oh.
As in two V's.
Oh, and then.
Oh, hold on. Wait. First of all, that's a man who enjoys freedom fries. It's all hopped up on the French. Yeah, that's because a W is a V in other countries. Doesn't change anything. Oh, well, in China, they call it, because it's a different language.
In China, they don't call it either of those things.
That's right. Well, they must make the noise. So there's a character for it.
I can make the noise. Wary, wary.
Quite contrary.
Well, that's great because the W, that's a V sound.
Yeah.
And that is because it's a variant of, so like, they say like Volkswagen.
Yeah.
That's wagon. It's Wagen.
Yeah, that's
it's
German.
because it's two V's.
Right.
So W is like double V.
It's the same
and
damn
then we
thing.
call it a double U.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, I wasn't.
In
not
France,
you.
they pronounce
Not
it
you.
W.
Same thing.
France, double V in French.
In France,
You
they
sound
call
just like
double
oh
V.
my God. I could not tell if he was playing that double. Oh my God.
And the double E
Yeah.
is the other thing. It's not an E, but it's...
In France, I'm known as EWH. What does that change? Does it change anything? They say
Hey,
things
Eric.
different. Oh, what do you want?
Hey, Eric, if W is two U's, why is it written like two V's?
What? Yeah, because that's the way that
Printing
it's written.
presses.
Thank you.
That is why.
I don't care how it's printed, young man. Say it with your mouth. Double U. Now look at it. Do you think that's a coincidence?
Yep. Apparently.
This is the...
I don't know, Eric. I don't know.
Eric, you've been
I have not
busted.
I have
If it's two U's, how come if you put it over on the other side, it's an M?
How come in Indonesia they call it? What are you talking about?
Why do they use curly letters in
Yeah,
Indonesia?
it's got nothing to do with
I
it.
can't even read them.
Hey, in France,
Hey,
they pronounce
France.
it W.
Hey.
W.
Double. Double.
Mr. Douglas, did
That's
you
what
know...
they call, that's what the Foreigner song was called, double.
W.
Talking about the double. Are we done with people yelling at me on the open mics? Can I open up a segment?
I think we can open up George's stuff.
My goodness, I don't know if I'm going to make it to 7.
Yeah?
Being battered around like this by the audience.
He's gonna correct you.
No, this guy won't leave me alone.
Hey, Eric, one more thing.
Yeah?
It's very, very nice to be here.
Let's do this.
The research is in. And after careful calculation, it's called George's Stuff.
Yeah, man.
W's and V's in here.
Yeah. All right, you got to give me one headline.
Okay.
At least.
Mayor Dickens here in Atlanta.
I'm turning my back on you. Speak to the back, Jared.
What did I do?
I'm protesting you.
What did I do?
I don't know. I just feel like protesting you.
Okay.
Speak to my back.
Write him a letter telling him you're sorry.
Yeah, if you write me a
And
letter.
say thank you.
If you get Zelensky to write me a letter saying he's sorry and thank you, then you
Take
can.
a letter,
but
Maria.
for now,
I'm never surrendering.
Maria.
Take a letter, Maria, and send it to the Trump.
All right, speak to my back.
Mayor Dickens announced his
I'll turn around for this. She's the
re-election campaign here in Atlanta.
Yeah,
I don't think this is any surprise.
Is
but
there any
it's official
chance
today.
he doesn't win? I mean, haven't even heard of anybody else.
He's well liked. There's nobody that I know that's in the race as of now. But
What about that Mary Ford?
Ah, she'll throw her hand in there. Hat, not hand. She'll cut her hand off and throw it in the ring.
She'll cut her hand off.
Wow, that's dedication.
I'm in.
How do you lose after you prove yourself to be that dedicated to the city? Yeah, he's done. I guess he's done fine, right? I mean, I don't know.
He
I
didn't
don't
let
judge
anybody burn
mayors.
down restaurants.
Yeah, I judge mayors. The standard is the city still reasonably what it was when you took over? I would say it is.
Yeah.
It's a little better because he took over in the middle of the pandemic.
I do feel bad for Mary Norwood when she ran against
Mary
Keith.
Norwood, not Mary Ford. That's right.
When Mary Norwood ran a couple of years ago, I mean, she was a Democrat. They painted her to be like Trump's best friend.
Yeah.
Remember all the campaign things?
yeah.
It was like, oh, look, they're buddies.
Hey, remember when you go vote, you're supposed to vote for the people who are already there. You know that, right? Well, it seems like you know that because no one ever gets defeated. Alex Williams says it's still slow through downtown.
Yeah, one of the slower spots still around the metro area. Eric, you're hitting the brake pedal 400 southbound, south of Lenox Road as you try to merge onto I-85 southbound. Heads up on 85 southbound below Georgia 400. Georgia State Patrol with a crash off to the left there, but the delays continue. 75-85 south through Midtown and downtown, 17th Street down to I-20. Northbound, you're slowing just north of University Avenue with delays slightly improving once you get up past 10th Street through Midtown. How we doing, Andrew Seco?
Circle in the city, Alex, looking fine. The volume starting to gradually dissipate. We do have that one trouble spot through Dunwoody. Right lane still blocked off with trouble. 285 west, the outer loop at Chamblee-Dunwoody Road. That's exit 30, and the ride out of Doraville on the inner loop still looking really tough, where the brake lights are always the heaviest on 285. Heading east, you are slow from Beaufort Highway down to the Stone Mountain Freeway, exit 39. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage in any age, system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Remodeling your home's exterior requires expertise, experience, and attention to detail. That's what I built my business on. Hi, I'm Scott Nelson, owner of Nelson Exteriors. I'm the siding and windows expert you hear on the Home Fix-It Show with decades of experience for all things exterior. Windows, siding, painting, roofing, decks, doors, and gutters, all with unmatched quality and craftsmanship. Even the small details are a big deal to us. Get your free estimate, Google Nelson Exteriors.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. Our low prices add up to big savings, plus over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you always get big flavor and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
We've lowered prices. You can save 15% or more on hundreds of items like Thomas Mini Bagels, Campbell's SpaghettiOs, and more. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Focus Features presents Black Bag, starring Cate Blanchett, Michael Fassbender, and directed by Steven Soderbergh.
I can feel when you're watching me. I like it.
It's the perfect marriage of love and deception.
I watch her, I assume she watches me.
There's a traitor in the house. Find the leak. Black Bag is the most anticipated espionage thriller of the year.
Who's the suspect?
Your wife.
Would you kill for me?
Black Bag, rated R, under 17, not admitted without parent. Only in theaters this Friday with special engagements in Dolby.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top local story, a rideshare company faces a civil suit in Metro Atlanta in connection with a sex trafficking crime.
The suit is filed in Gwinnett State Court and charges Uber, its subsidiary, and driver with transporting a 14-year-old girl more than 30 miles without parental consent. Authorities say that the teenager was picked up at 1:40 in the morning on November 1st at an abandoned gas station, then driven to the home of a Jonesboro man who drugged, repeatedly raped, and held the teen captive for days. The lawyer says he's filing this civil suit now in case House Bill 339 passes. That would limit lawsuits like these being filed against companies like Uber. Michelle Wright, 95.5 WSB.
74 degrees in Atlanta. Another sunny day tomorrow before the next round of rain. And what day we're on alert for a possible severe storms. Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. The man caught on camera slashing tents at a homeless camp on Wheat Street in Northeast Atlanta is now behind bars. Atlanta police say 42-year-old Daniel Barnett was arrested today while at the Fulton County Courthouse for another case. He faces 7 counts of criminal trespassing and damage to property and 1 count of reckless conduct. Barnett works as a security guard in the area, though he is not affiliated with Atlanta police. Jurors in DeKalb County reached guilty verdicts in a cold case murder trial today. Kenneth Perry convicted on murder and all other charges for killing siblings John and Pamela Sumter 35 years ago.
The jury's verdict today was for Pamela, John, and the entire Sumter family.
DeKalb County District Attorney Sherry Boston reacting to the verdict. The Sumters were stabbed to death at the brothers' Stone Mountain apartment in 1990. Sentencing will be next Tuesday. President Trump says he sees signs his tariffs are working.
We're the biggest, we're the best, and I'm very optimistic. I have to tell you, I'm very optimistic.
The president says the tariffs are all about bringing jobs and manufacturing back to the U.S. Wall Street, though, remains jittery about the impact of tariffs. The Dow drops another 478 points today. NASDAQ and S&P also lose ground. The House is passing a 6-month funding bill to avoid a federal government shutdown. The bill narrowly passes 217 to 213 with all but 1 Republican supporting it. The proposal now heads to the U.S. Senate. The government shutdown deadline is looming on Friday night. With money tight, the Georgia House passes a state budget.
Among the top priorities included in the more than $37 billion measure are millions for school safety and mental health programs. Appropriations Committee Chairman Matt Hatchett says this has become an increasing priority for state lawmakers.
But it's become abundantly clear that school safety and student mental health go hand in hand.
Also top of the budget priorities, improving pay for prison guards and repairing buildings in the state's aging system. The measure now goes to the Senate. From the state capitol, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
The National Transportation Safety Board calls for changes to operations near Washington's Reagan Airport after January's midair crash between an American Airlines jet and an Army helicopter. The NTSB's Jennifer Homendy says there have been other close calls between 2021 and 24.
There were 15,214 occurrences or close proximity events between commercial airplanes and helicopters.
The NTSB is telling the FAA it needs to urgently change helicopters' cross-landing routes near active runways. 5 years ago today, the World Health Organization officially declared COVID an international pandemic, and free COVID tests from the government are now a thing of the past.
No more orders for those free COVID tests are being accepted on the government website. No reason is given. If you ordered the test before March 9th, though, those will be shipped out, and the COVID test should still be available in pharmacies. And when it comes to your health insurance covering the cost of those tests, that depends on your insurance company. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
The wife of Georgia Bulldog All-American David Pollock undergoes surgery for brain cancer tomorrow. The surgery will take place at Duke University. The Pollocks were married in 2005 and have 2 children. It is now 6:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Trying to improve the ride to the northern suburbs, Bill, but we are still seeing delays on I-85 northbound out of DeKalb into Gwinnett County. They start before you get to Chamblee Tucker Road, but improving once you get up to Beaver Ruin Road. It really breaks for you there through Duluth up into Swanee, 400 northbound. Still slow in the work zone from I-285 up to Northridge, exit 6 in Sandy Springs, tapping the brakes in Alpharetta before and after Windward Parkway in that work zone. And 75 northbound out of Marietta, just sluggish from Delk Road up at Highway 92 in Ackworth. A little bit of that as those sunshine delays. Still watching the brake lights, though, through downtown, Andrew Seco.
That we are. No flashing lights or coned off lanes to worry about, but the volume is heavy. 75, 85 north and south, seeing the brakes from East Point all the way through the heart of downtown. As you get past Midtown, traveling south on 85, trouble starting just south of 400. Really tough ride as you leave Brookhaven. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Fair skies this evening, sunset around 7:45. Temperatures will be in the mid-60s at that time, eventually cooling into the mid-40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, sunshine, high 75. The clouds return on Thursday, along with a few isolated rain showers and thunderstorms, high 68. Friday, mostly cloudy, high 72. Watching a strong storm system move into the southeast this weekend. It'll bring a line of heavy rain and thunderstorms to metro Atlanta late Saturday night into Sunday morning. These storms will be capable of damaging wind gusts as well as tornadoes, so continue to monitor the weather situation for this weekend.
Right now, 72 in Dunwoody, 73 in Noonan, and 74 in Midtown Atlanta. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches, like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 35% off. Plus, kids sail free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
I'm thrilled with my Infinity from Marvin Fiberglass Windows. Hi, it's meteorologist Glenn Burns inviting you to North Georgia Replacement Windows' brand new Alpharetta showroom. I was blown away. Bring your window and door project to life here. See the fiberglass difference in person. Your stress-free experience includes a quick, accurate proposal, no pressure. Window and door shopping made simple.
Infinity from Marvin. Replacement windows, yeah.
Thanks for calling Reliable Heating and Air. This is Steve. How can I help you?
Hi, I know it's late, but my furnace just died on us.
Don't worry at all. We have over 300 technicians throughout Metro Atlanta and Macon, so we can get to furnaces fast.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, yeah, and it looks like you have a reliable protection plan.
Yeah.
Perfect. The service call is no charge, and so's the repair.
Thank you so much.
Get fast and fair price furnace repair. Go to reliableair.com.
Reliable Air, it's always just right.
Don't let a DUI ruin your life. Hire the attorney that other attorneys hire. GeorgeStein.com.
At Ameris Bank, we're invested in the success of your business. Our local bankers are ready to help you improve your cash flow, optimize your operating accounts, and access financing when you need it. From treasury services and digital banking to loans and lines of credit, we offer tailored solutions to help your business thrive. At Ameris Bank, we're with you. Visit amerisbank.com/withyourbusiness or walk into one of our branches today to get started. Ameris Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
At D. Geller & Sons Spring Bridal event, March 21st through 23rd, you're going to have the opportunity to work with their expert jewelers to redesign your engagement ring or any special piece into something new and extraordinary. And with up to $3,000 in savings or 0% APR for 3 years, your dream redesign is within reach. So make an appointment today at dgeller.com. Walk-ins are welcome, but scheduling guarantees you personalized attention at D. Geller & Son, Atlanta's trusted jeweler since 1939.
You know, it seems to me that Trump, I wonder if this is going to work. So he sees that people are calling for boycotts on Teslas and all of this stuff. And he's offended because he thinks Elon's a patriot. He's doing his best.
Greatest American ever born here.
Shouldn't have to, you know. Well, there is a calculated attempt to hurt the stock, get people to stop buying, some boycott. So Trump had Elon bring 4 Teslas to the in front of the White House. Why they couldn't buy it online like everybody else does, I don't know. But so he brought 4, and then Trump chose one.
The red one.
You like the red one, huh?
It was beautiful.
Yeah. And my favorite part was that Elon was talking about how very soon they're going to have self-automated cars, and they won't even have steering wheels or pedals in them. And Trump said, yeah, well, I won't be getting that one.
I like to drive.
But the point is, he's trying to basically say to rich MAGA, the wing of MAGA that is super rich. There's a lot of rich people. Most of MAGA is not super wealthy, but there is a super wealthy contingent in MAGA, and I think what Trump is trying to do, he's trying to say, if you believe in what I'm doing, you've got to fight back against these boycotts. You've got disposable income. Go and buy it. I know it seems crazy to think about having that much disposable income. Like you can make that decision the same way you make a decision about, I don't know, a flat screen television or something. I'm just going to go out and buy one. But there are people who have that money, and there is an element of MAGA that has that money. And so it seems to me that that's what that's all about. That's what he spoke to when he was there was, it's very unfair that they're going after his company when he's just trying to help America. So that's what I think. It'd be interesting to see if rich MAGA decides that the next thing to do to help the cause, I've already got the sneakers and the meme coin. Now I got to buy a Tesla. This is getting expensive.
diehard MAGA Republicans, when did you ever think that you'd see them buying an electric car?
Well, that's the whole. I think Shelley's going to talk about that tonight.
That's bizarre.
Because I didn't realize this, but Tim brought it up and Shelley brought it up. Now, I guess Republicans have always not liked Teslas.
That's what I've heard.
See, here's my thing with Elon and the Tesla. What Elon understood was that people buy cars because they fall in love with the design of a car. It's always been that way. Now, we all need a car to get to where we are. If we don't have disposable income, we get the car we can that gets us to work and back. But for those who love cars, you buy it because you like the design. Some people are Porsche people. Some people are BMW people. Some people are, right?
They like Kia people.
I'm a Kia person. But people like for that reason. Whereas when the electric vehicles were coming in, it was more like guilting you, and you need to do this as a patriot and as somebody who loves
trying to force
the
us.
world, and you should be doing this. It doesn't matter what you think about the car. It's good for the planet. So and then Elon came along and realized, well, no, this would be a lot easier if people dream about the electric car, if they actually want the electric car. That's what he understood. So it surprises me that Republicans maybe didn't appreciate that part of Elon's message. Elon does believe in all the climate stuff, and he does believe electric vehicles will help on that, but it's never been something that he's put front and center. He's never been a climate warrior first and foremost. He's always been an entrepreneur first and foremost. So I don't know why the Republicans would have never I don't remember the Greta period of Elon Musk annoying behavior. He's had annoying behavior.
How dare you?
How dare you?
I told you the other day I saw young people and old people screaming at a Cybertruck.
Oh, because what was it, stuck in a light?
Well, it was a Women's Day demonstration in Tucker.
What's that? All the ladies from Tucker get out and scream?
I don't know if they're all... They had a sign for everything. We're
for this. We're not for that. We're not for that.
Musk sucks, Trump, and then all the culture wars. But I was.
So they're screaming at the corner.
They're just protesting, having a night. I mean, they were smiling. But what was funny was as I was turning.
I'm a lady.
Turning right, a Cybertruck pulled up to the red light, and it was just perfect timing. They started screaming at it.
So they're yelling at a truck.
The F word.
They're yelling the F word at a truck.
Yeah.
Well, that showed.
They're blaming a truck.
Well, that Cybertruck takes in all that data. It probably hurt its feelings.
Yeah, that's probably true. I'm not saying the truck actually maybe did know that the humans around it were not happy.
People have been making like little digitized images for their Cybertrucks trucks that are saying, "Hey, I just bought this."
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. I don't know if it's true or not, but I can say that there were allegations that Henry Ford was anti-Semitic. Do you think about it before you get in your car?
My niece.
First of all, I don't even know if it was true because Henry Ford actually was quite progressive in a lot of ways.
No, he wrote some nasty things.
Okay, but on the other hand, he was quite progressive. Yeah. I don't know. All right, so let's say that. So does anybody, when they're driving a Ford, go, "Hey, I don't agree with the guy on everything"? Hey, Ford. Hey, I don't, It's the same thing. It's idiotic. The idea that you're supposed to agree politically with everything that the person who invented the car that you're driving is an absurdity. Because I want you to know, if you're driving a Ford, look into the allegations. Turns out there was never a perfect human who built cars. Oh, whoops. Sorry.
Gosh, if you're driving a Volkswagen, think about where that came from.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are you talking about the Volkswagen?
Yeah.
The People's Wagon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it became the big hippie car.
Or a Hugo Boss suit.
It was Hitler's car.
Yep.
Trump did talk. I've got a little bit of the audio of him talking about the unfairness towards Elon.
We should be going wild, and they love the product, but because he's finding all sorts of terrible things that have taken place against our country, they want to penalize him in an economic sense, and I just think that's very unfair. So I just wanted to make a statement. I'm going to buy one. Now, here's the bad news. I'm not allowed to drive because I haven't driven a car in a long time, and I love to drive cars. But I'm going to have it at the White House, and I'm going to let my staff use it. I'm going to let people at the place use it.
Yeah, we're all going to have fun.
They all are all excited about that.
At the place.
I'm not allowed to use it.
The place.
You know the place.
Hey, either you know the place or you don't.
Well,
if you don't, you're not supposed to be there.
You're going to drive the car if you don't know the place.
Here's again CNN. The way it is so casual. Tesla faces protest vandalism amid Elon Musk backlash. But it's not like if a militia from the Midwest was doing something. There's no when there's vandalism against Elon Musk and Teslas, you just don't feel it from the CNNs of the world. This is dangerous. This is a culture thing. But I guarantee you, if there was any sort of vandalism being wrought by a militia from the Midwest, boy, I kind of know for a fact that would be more than just a story that we're telling. Elon Musk is Tesla. People have to go work inside of Tesla places, and they might get smacked in the face with something because, oh well, that Elon.
That's beautiful. This is a different panel than I've had. Everything's computer.
All right.
Everything's
sorry.
wild. Look at all these buzzes and whizzes.
Okay. You really haven't been in the car, in the front seat of the
Where's
car
the stick?
for quite some time, Donald.
How do you wind it up?
Where's the crank?
This is my
Where's
favorite.
the crank?
While talking with Elon, this is the best piece of audio that came out of it.
Canada would be great as our cherished 51st state.
Somehow that came out.
I love it. They drive them up there.
Is there anything more hilarious than the fact that we're supposed to look at Canada as the enemy?
Well, I always have. So.
Well, you hate
It's not
hockey.
Yeah.
I just people are so naturally knee-jerk patriotic. Just one week to the next, I hate those Canadians. You're 72 years old. I've never heard you say one bad word about Canadians. I hate them.
I hate affordable health care.
Their prime minister-elect told us yesterday.
So the Americans, they should make no mistake, in trade as in hockey, Canada will win.
All right, Trump. Bomb the hell out of him. How dare he?
Toronto will be glass.
Alex Williams is checking the ride around 285.
Still seeing those brake lights, 285 east and southbound, out of Sandy Springs through Dunwoody, yet improving. 285 eastbound sluggish from 400 over to Peachtree Boulevard, and then you slow again through the I-85 Spaghetti Junction interchange. 285 westbound, some volume into the Sunshine, out of Sandy Springs over to Cobb, approaching I-75. Then we'll just call it sluggish as you make your way southbound from South Atlanta Road down to I-20. How is I-20, Andrew Seco?
Looking okay right now. Volume starting to dissipate as you're leaving and heading into Lithia Springs. Got trouble on the shoulder either side of I-20, getting past Thornton Road, exit 44. No need for an alternate. Just make sure you're remembering that move over law, keeping yourself towards either far side here. Smooth inside the perimeter with a little stoppage on the southeast side, 20 eastbound on and off the brakes from 285 towards Panola Road, exit 71. This is sponsored by Georgia United Credit Union. They have cooked up something special, a 15-month limited time CD with an incredible 4.25% APY. Turn your dough into more dough by visiting gucu.org/CD today. From the Courier Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Make your morning commute a lot more tolerable.
DeKalb County begins a massive sewer improvement project this week.
Atlanta's Morning News.
Study says Georgia is 14th best in America for
everything you need to know before you start your day.
They argue that DOJ does not have the authority to cut the federal workforce.
Tomorrow morning at 5.
Wake up with 95.5 WSB. How Atlanta starts its day.
When you decide to buy a natural diamond, remember Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort is an authorized Hearts on Fire jeweler. Every Hearts on Fire diamond is a piece of art, carefully and thoughtfully selected and crafted, worthy of the kind of special occasions that come along a few times in a lifetime. My friends at Tara Fine Jewelry will show you how to accurately compare diamonds with their famous personal service, so you'll know you're making a good decision. You'll see why I've been a Tara Fine Jewelry customer for over 25 years. Tara Fine Jewelry in Beaufort. Are you facing a fork in the road and deciding between continuing your career and retirement? I'm Wes Moss, host of Money Matters, and this massive life decision shouldn't be taken lightly. Talk with my team if you'd like help reviewing your retirement accounts and building a financial plan. We can help you review options and offer an opinion based on your best interests. You can find us at yourwealth.com. That's YOUR wealth.com.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell.
And I'm Monica Pearson. Dale and I have worked together for years, first at WSB, and today helping you find Georgia's best companies and sharing why they're the best.
Monica, one of the first companies I researched and recommended is Amco Transmissions and Total Car Care. For more than a dozen years, they've consistently met my 7-point standard and honored my Make It Right guarantee. And I know you believe in Amco just as much as I do.
Dale, over the years, we've both reported about people getting taken advantage of. So I'm keenly aware what it takes to deliver not just great performance, but great customer service. People who follow my advice literally stop me on the street and thank me for referring them to AMCO.
We all need mechanics we can trust for correct diagnosis, efficient repair, and fair price. Not just for transmission repair, but engines, brakes, check engine lights, and so much more. Call the locally owned AMCO near you.
And I know their nationwide warranty protects you everywhere.
That's AA.
MCO.
Coming soon to Noonan Home Outlet. Break up with your big box store and experience a better way to tackle home improvement. Located at 54 Bullsboro Drive, employee-owned Home Outlet offers the guaranteed lowest prices on a wide selection of quality in-stock kitchens, baths, floors, and more. Get your project started right with free services, including accurate kitchen planning and estimates for baths, floors, doors, and windows. Opening March 2025. Follow us on social for updates.
Home Outlet is your home store.
Remember last spring it rained for 2 straight months and you ended up with water in your basement? Well, I know it's not spring yet, but why wait for the rain? Dave Baker here for AquaGuard Foundation Solutions. You know, once you've had water in the basement, it's going to be a regular thing. That's why you should call AquaGuard now. They'll work with you to create a customized waterproofing plan, ensuring your basement stays dry. Don't wait for water damage to strike. Again, visit AquaGuard.net for a free inspection. When it comes to fixing wet basements, just remember, AquaGuard.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
All right, I debated with myself as to whether to play this open mic, but I'm going to play it. I was worried about Autumn. You know how she kind of makes fun of people when they even when they're friendly. But this is a person who's had some life changes lately and appreciates that the show is there for him. So pipe down, boobs.
Hey, the Doctrinaires. Just found out from my job of 10 years of what I call dedicated service. I've been given my walking papers and just got married, just had bought a house all within, 2 years. So I felt things were great. And now I'm at this point in life. So while I try to figure that out somehow, at least I'm entertained by you guys for 4 hours a day. Hey, man, appreciate it.
That's what we're here for.
Why
and
do you think I was going to make fun of that?
Well, sometimes you go, well, I remember the lady who was so happy. She sits with her dad, and they listen to the word of the day, and Autumn comes in and starts making fun of her.
Well, maybe she had a cool, weird voice.
Okay, well, I never know where you're gonna jump from. You're an artist. I don't know
That
where
was
you.
a sad
I don't know what
thing
inspires.
That he said. I would never make fun of him.
Well, okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure, and I want to say to him, he's going to be fine. I know he's going to be fine. Because I know that he is ultimately going to, right now you can tell from his voice that, things have shaken him up a bit. But, that'll last a few days. And then you're going to wake up and you're going to realize, all right, well now, because I would imagine, I can't know this to be true, but I wouldn't be surprised if 4 years from now you look back and you go, boy, losing that job was the best thing that happened to me because now I got on to where I'm getting on. Now, that's easy to say, but the doing of it is real and it's tough.
It's scary because the job market's so hard.
It is. It's scary. Yeah. But I can hear competence in the man's voice, and the show is here. That's what these shows are supposed to be about. Throw a little Technicolor into an otherwise black and white world. So I appreciate that, but I want you to know that you just got to put all that out of your mind. And one bite at a time, little victories. You're going to be fine. And until you get to where you want to be, this show's going to be here for you. That's the reason this show exists. So we're not going to let you down, so you don't let me down. Get your ass out there. And in 2 or 3 years, I want to hear about how losing that job was the best damn thing that ever happened to you. That's my wish for you, sir, and I appreciate you listening.
I love you too.
And so does Autumn. All right, that music is telling us 2 things. Shut the hell up. Get the hell out. You know us. We're good people. We do what we're told, right?
I do.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
you do. He does when somebody's looking. You do not want to see what Andrews is doing when he thinks nobody is looking.
Dog you. I left the blind open at crack.
Shelley Winter is up next. Got a great radio show for you. We'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us, but until then, continue on the journey. Don't piss off the genie.
656 Cool Day Carrier, WA.